Welcome to episode 2 of the Wasted Potential podcast. Thank you for joining us. I'm here with my co-host Chrool,
Yes, we're here. We back.
and I enjoyed doing last week. I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed doing it. And I know them listens, they need to jump up. I'm ready to reach a bigger audience. Come on, people.
Oh shit. Quick play. Take time out of your fucking day, you lazy motherfuckers.
It was an hour long. Come on, man.
Yeah. It's not too short. It's not too long. I mean, it's an hour, man.
All right. Well, what we got on tap tonight, there, Chrool?
Oh boy. What the hell we got on tap? Let's see. What the hell going on this week, man? It's a slow fucking week, but
Just about as slow as last week, honestly.
no shit, man. Oh yeah. I know you got that presidential tweet with me.
I did get the presidential text message. I did.
I know you love that shit.
A lot of people were angry about that. Like, what? I'm over here like, man, as long as he can't text me like he tweets me, I'm good.
People were actually offended by it. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
That's a crazy thing to be offended by.
Very.
I know a lot of people don't like Trump, though, so, I mean, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I saw some shit earlier that people were saying, well, it's just a way for him to prove that he can reach everybody. And he's just violating us. And come on, man.
I seen a lot of that, too. And actually, where was I? I was talking to somebody, and I was like, this is exactly... I think I was on the phone with my mom, and I was like, this is exactly what I assumed was going to happen when that went out. Because somebody was talking about they accessed it through the E911 chip, and now he has your location, and et cetera, et cetera. Like, just calm the fuck down, man. You're carrying around a GPS locator on you in your phone. Like, who fucking cares?
You're right.
If you're not out here being a jackass and committing crimes, you don't have to really worry about anything.
That's true. I swear, man. That's some creepy shit anyway, man. Because I could be talking about something.
And an ad will
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah, I mean, I swear I can be talking about anything. Like, yeah, I just random conversation with wifey, just talking about something. And my Facebook newsfeed will be covered with ads with that shit. Or
Oh yeah,
it's fucking creepy as fuck, man. I'm like, what?
I was actually making a joke about it the other day. I was having a conversation on Messenger with somebody, and we were talking about something, and all of a sudden this ad popped up for dating apps or some shit on my thing, and I was like,
Yeah,
well, that's a little fucking creepy.
motherfuckers need to be more worried about that shit. Because I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, what is Facebook really doing over here?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people got GPS, and I know the shit stays on. So whenever you're like at a certain location, it'll be like rate your visit here at Big Lots, or
Oh yeah.
I get that, but that's weird enough. But like if I'm just having a random conversation with somebody, and then all of a sudden that same product is showing up in my news feeds everywhere, that's some creepy shit, man.
Well, I mean that to me is a very clear indication that regardless of what you think of the situation with the presidential text message or any of that they're already listening to you. So why are we worried about Donald Trump being able to text us?
Right.
It just seems like a really really short-sighted view because people don't like the guy. Like, everybody loves Facebook, so let's sit here and talk about how great Facebook is, and meanwhile they're collecting all your data and getting hacked and sending you ads for shit you were just having a private conversation about. It's a bit creepy.
Yeah. Very. So I don't fucking know, man.
It has been a super slow week for hip-hop, though.
It is, man. Like I don't know. Like see, it comes and it comes and it goes, man. It's like it'll be one week it is just fucking crazy shit going on, and then the next week it's just like crickets. Next week crickets. Then the next week, oh, something happened. It's just like ain't like it used to be. But
Well, it would figure that the week that we started the podcast, nothing's going on.
oh yeah, of course. Rap gods wouldn't have it any other fucking way. But
Well, what's has there been any more development in that Bud and Cyhi beef?
man, I don't know, man. It seems like it's getting under Joe's skin a little bit. But from what I've seen on the podcast, he's just basically saying he has too much going on, and these motherfuckers keep trying, to get him to come out and this and that, and it's like, he's got too much. He's got too much to lose, basically. Like he's got, the podcast, the state of the culture, pull up, and all this shit going on, man. These guys trying to get him to rap, and he's like, it's not working right now.
So you think
basically
the pressure's mounting?
I think, man. I think he's got a lot of people in his ear, like, come on, Joe, come on, Joe. And I know the rapper and the competitor in him wants to go, but we got the baby and the wifey and all the these bags here and there that are available for him. Like he's got a lot of shit going on.
I like how Rory called him out on the My Guy podcast though. When he was like, if Cyhi makes a real track, like a real diss track, would you come out and say anything back or rap at him? And he was like, nah. And Rory's like, you trash.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Then when the versus I put out, man, when he referenced cutting the legs off the pig or some shit,
yeah.
And they went back and found out that Royce had called Joe the legs.
Oh yeah.
And Maul was like, all right, I got 500 on sides. Like, just like if he went back and dug that up, all right.
Yeah, but what that tells me is that Cyhi is a fan of Joe of Slaughterhouse so it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Like it's like what they were saying on the podcast. Like the only thing they ever really clowned him for was sticking his head out there to defend Kanye.
Right.
And I mean, let's be honest. Like Kanye, hate Kanye, he was saying some wild shit there for a minute.
Right.
I mean, it's just one of those crazy situations where I feel like there's a lot of side story that one side isn't getting. And I seen the little previews for tomorrow's episode where they're doing the Chance the Rapper interview.
Oh yeah, I seen a couple pictures of that. I didn't think Joe fucked with Chance, man.
No, and you know what's funny is if you watch or if you listen to the little snippets on Instagram, he it doesn't seem like a call him in just to blow him interview. He was asking Chance hard questions.
I don't understand. What is that 3 hat? That fucking the 3 on the hat he always wears. What is that shit?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out earlier too. I'm not into his fandom enough to, and in fact, I'm not even a Chance the Rapper fan. So not enough angst in that motherfucker. It's like I'm not a big Logic fan either.
Right. Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, I mean he can rap. Let's not get it twisted. His skill is up there. It's just I don't know. He bores me, and he seems like he's always talking about the same shit every record. And then if he's not, it seems like an obvious attempt at a single, and I just can't. I don't know. I can't get behind it.
Right. I know he just released the album and shit. I ain't checked it out, but I did hear. Did you hear the one he did with Wu-Tang?
No, I heard something that
he actually
was talking about that.
He actually, I think it was called Wu-Tang Forever. It was something, I don't know what the fuck it was called, but he actually got the members of Wu-Tang to come on the track with him, and that shit went hard, man.
I'm gonna have to check that one out. I did listen to. I don't know if you listened to Carter 5. Did you get a chance to listen to that by chance?
I was just skimmed through it. I still ain't sat down and listened to
it. It seems like to me, and we were supposed to cover this in Luca Brasi 3 last week, but I know we got sidetracked with other shit. But the Carter 5 just felt like old Wayne coming back to me.
Yeah.
The punchlines, the bars that he was delivering. There was some of the new shit in there, like we said last week. He had that one song with XXX Tentacion.
Right. And I heard at the time that they did that, I heard Wayne really didn't know much about him.
No, I don't know the story behind the track. I know it's really wild though. Just if you listen to the song, man, that shit struck a chord in me. Like I wasn't even a big Triple X fan,
right?
And just hearing him sing and knowing that he's dead, I guess is makes it that much more spooky. But just the eerie way that he was singing in the song, and I don't know, he killed the hook. But I like the song I like the album, really. I've listened to it through a few times, probably 3 times, which with Wayne, I feel like is still not enough to digest everything that he's saying.
Right.
And it was a good album. If I was to rank it in the procession of the Carter albums, I would probably go 2, 4, 5, 1, and 3. And I'm probably gonna get some shit for putting 1 so low on the list, but I don't know. I wasn't into Wayne before Carter 2, really.
Right.
I mean, I had heard songs, but it was like he was still that kid out of the Hot Boys to me.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, he's been doing this shit for a minute, man. They were talking about Rory was saying some shit about Wayne is like the generation gap rapper. Like he can like the old heads can relate to some of it, but the new cats too. Like he said, basically when he was coming up, he was fucking with the backpackers, and then you got the crew that likes the snap rap, the whole snapping shit and all that. And like,
Yeah.
but everybody agreed, oh, I'll fuck with that Wayne mixtape. I'll fuck with that Wayne out. Like he's just I guess kind of like in the middle. I don't know, but I mean,
I agree with it. I think he's been able to traverse the gap between the old rap and the new rap. He just, especially with the mixtapes, because if you listen to the newer dedication mixtapes, I think maybe 5, but then 6 was really good to me, and he did 2 versions of 6, and I thought both of those were really good. And I think that's how he's been able to stay. It's kind of like Chameleonaire was back in the day, really.
right.
Because Cam had that like whole Southern rap thing going on, and then he would do his mixtape Messiah mixtapes where he would rap over everybody's beats, old Jay-Z beats and Wayne beats and just all kinds of stuff. So I feel like Wayne has been that rapper for the new generation too. Like I think I agree with that consensus. He's been able to bridge the gap.
Right.
A
Yeah.
lot of these rappers haven't.
No, that's proof for the last few of them, the old heads that try to come out. But
Well, and what's crazy is then you got rappers that don't really get credit for bridging the gap, like Tech.
right,
Tech Nine has been able to incorporate the new sound into his style without seeming like he's overtly trying to get views and listens and all that shit. Like that guy has been doing his thing for a long time, and he's been able to bridge that gap and come back and rap over these newer beats, and the shit just sounds hard because he's got that chopper flow.
right. Now, why is it I wonder, like big dudes, like the big motherfuckers, like Jay, and I really didn't listen to 444 much. I ain't gonna be, I just gonna be straight up. But I mean, like, I don't like him, like a lot of the guys that it just seems like the guys that are lower down, like the underground level guy. I know you think highly of Tech, and so do I. I mean, but like, the guys that ain't superstars and shit. Like, why come they get it, but the big dudes don't? Like, they seem like they just try so hard, man. Like, I can't even vibe with a Jay Z album now because him and Beyonce, I swear to fucking God, man, they on some fucking shit. Like, they always just being too political and like taking it to like it's just not hip hop to me. Like,
So you ain't like that Beyonce and Jay-Z collab album?
fucking garbage.
I like maybe 2 songs off of that, and for me to say that, nobody know. Well, I don't say nobody knows this, but you know it. But only a handful of people really know that Jay-Z was like one of my biggest influences. I love Jay. I'm a huge Jay fan.
Oh yeah.
But you're right. 444 really wasn't for me, and a lot of people were talking about how it was for the woke crowd. It was for the investment crowd. It was for it was grown man shit. But on the same time, like I feel like the reason the underground guys get it and the superstars don't is because the superstars are superstars.
Yeah.
I feel like they're too preoccupied with being a superstar or out of the loop. Really, if you have no connections to non-superstar people, then how can you keep up with the trends?
Yeah. I don't know, Lash. I don't know. To me, rap is rap. I know you got to stay up with what's going on. Ain't nothing wrong with talking about what's going on. But goddamn, like I don't know, man. Like,
I don't.
I fuck with all of Jay's old shit. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
the old shit, but like, he's damn near 50 years old now. Like the mind changes. Like you go through shit, you progress, man. You look at life different. I'm going through that myself right now. I'm almost 40. Like I get it. You ain't got to rap about the same old bullshit, but it's still hip hop, man. Like you want to be political and you want to be all what the fuck ever. I don't know. But, put a suit on and go run for something. I don't keep that shit out of hip hop. Like touch on it, but keep it moving. Like just don't try so hard to be so fucking woke because I think it backfires. Like it did with whatever the fuck, what was it, Revival with him. Like that was the one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the garbage shit. Like that's why he put out Kamikaze because he knows, man. He was trying too hard to be woke. Like the whole the freestyling, the Trump shit coming at Trump. He didn't get the response he wanted from Trump. And like motherfuckers are just these guys are almost 50 years old trying too hard. Just relax, man. Like I think what's his name? That motherfucker George Zimmerman. He put out some threat against Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like why they gonna go back and forth with him?
Yeah, I seen that.
So where's it gonna get you, man? Like it's just like
it's just putting his name out there more, and it really doesn't need. That guy's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, I think Jay put out. Didn't he put out that some kind of documentary about Trayvon Martin or something?
He may have. I'm not well versed enough in to say that.
Yeah, I think that's why George Zimmerman came out. He came out and said some shit about them, but like they're just involved in everything but hip hop. It seems like to me, it's just a turn off to me. Like I don't want to hear guys that I grew up listening to talk about so much depressing shit and just try so hard to do something and try so hard to appeal. Just rap.
Well, that's kind of the era we're in now, too. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like everybody's offended by everything. Everybody wants to seem like they're the most woke. I'm over here writing an album about my own personal experiences and shit. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm not over here trying to write about how I disagree with Donald Trump on some shit or how I think the Democrats are fucking ruining the culture by trying to be too fucking PC. Like it just all this shit compiled into one pile, and it needs to be off in a fucking corner and away from the music because I get it. I get wanting to put out a message, but I'm 100% with you with you can throw political punchlines and shit in there. You can touch on it briefly. You can even do. I don't even really have a problem with Eminem's Trump freestyle. Like it was what it was.
Right.
But he did it looking for a response from Trump. Like just if you have something that I believe to me, that makes the whole thing seem disingenuous.
Yeah, especially when it was a rollout for an album. It's like okay, it's like. I don't know, man.
Are you really standing up for injustice and the things that you say you're standing up for if you're just using it as an album rollout?
Right. Yeah, I don't.
I'm 100% with you there.
And the whole Trump shit, man. I ain't gonna get into that because we'll go forever for that. But I mean, like, that's really irritating me with Snoop Dogg and all these fucking rappers and shit that are so against Trump and they say this and that. But do you remember? I don't know who it was, man. It's quite a few rappers I've heard. It was cool. It used to be cool to mention Donald Trump. Well, he was the one taking, all these rappers were taking photo ops with Donald Trump. They were hanging out with Donald Trump. Donald Trump was the white guy, the billionaire. Like I'm in that Trump shit. I'm at the casino. I'm at this big ass hotel. I'm taking pictures of Trump. That meant you were doing something. Like Trump was the cool guy. Like you know what I'm saying. And now it's just.
I think things change. I think things change just because he has power.
Yeah. It's really frustrating. Like, I don't know, man. That whole fucking sensitive shit. I just can't get into it, man. I don't know. Because I can literally, if I actually tried, I could sit here and I can fucking, on the next podcast, I can name all the songs where Trump is mentioned.
Well, there's a lot of them. And
in a good way.
He was the topic. Yeah, he was the topic of having money, being a baller. Like if you were trying to be like Trump, you were trying to be rich.
Yeah, and now you can't even say you support him or you're fucking racist. And it's just so.
Well, and that's that PC thing, right? So Donald Trump has said and done a lot of dumb things in the public eye as president, right? But it doesn't mean that if you support some of his policies, if you support what he stands for as far as the economy or any particular, we won't go into particular policies, but it doesn't automatically make you a racist. It doesn't automatically make you a sexist. It doesn't automatically make you something negative for supporting Donald Trump. Some people just like the way that he talks. They like the way that he seems to be telling his we'll say his truth, because I mean it's been proven that he lies a lot, but I think he goes out there and says, regardless of whether it's true or false, he goes out there and says what he feels in the moment.
Right.
And I think a lot of people look at that and go, hey, you know what? I do the same thing.
That's exactly it, man. I mean, we're never going to find a president that we can relate to. They're just not like us. We ain't like them. Like, you can't relate to somebody that's got that much power, or somebody that's got that much whatever. I don't know. But to be president of the United States, I mean, the average person can't relate to any of them. But at the same time, the one thing that I like, that I have never been able to say in 38 and a half fucking years is, there's one president in the fucking office right now that's just 100. Whether it sounds stupid or whether it sounds disingenuous, whether it sounds sarcastic, whatever. If it comes out of his mouth, he meant to say it at that time. And there's no robotic shit. There's no, I'm just going to say what the teleprompter tells me to say, or all these people in my ear telling me, that's what I respect. And I know he's going to make mistakes. He makes mistakes. But it's just, I respect the realness and the rawness of it. It just seems like that is something that we can all relate to. That part of him, we can relate to.
Well, I think the argument would be that he says a lot of things that are untrue. But like I was just saying beforehand, regardless of whether it's true or not, and like you just mentioned, when he said it, that's what he felt at that point in time.
Right.
So I definitely understand the appeal. I don't even mind listening to the guy talk. It's just, he says some dumb shit. He says some shit I don't agree with. But at the same time, my position with Donald Trump is and has always been and will always be, I need to see the long-term effects of the policies that he's putting into play.
Right.
He's been president for 2 years. You can love him, you can hate him, you can be in the middle. I'm a centrist politically, so I'm not the type of guy that's going to be like, oh well, he's a Republican, fuck him.
Right.
But as far as his effectiveness or efficacy or I don't even know how to say that fucking word. Efficacy. There we go. Efficacy. His efficacy as president.
Oh, man, I couldn't figure that one out.
Yeah, that's a
efficacy.
Rough one.
Efficacy.
Yeah, there you go. Efficacy. His efficacy as president.
That's going in my next track. Efficacy.
It will definitely be laid out over time. You have to see the long-term effects. As like you said, you're wielding a lot of power, and it's impossible to say, okay, here's where we're at. This is exactly what it's going to do in 5 years, because you don't know.
Right. I think he's got a lot of good ideas, man. A lot of bullshit. Every president that comes along, I tell everybody this, man. It doesn't matter if it's, I was born, Jimmy Carter was president when I was born. And I lived through Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, the first George Bush, Clinton, the second George Bush, Obama, now Trump. And it's like, my life doesn't change. I wake up one day, Obama's president, and I wake up the next day, and Trump gets sworn in and he's president. And before that, it was like, it just doesn't, my life doesn't change. And I'm like, if this guy in office has all this power and you hate him so much, but if your everyday life ain't affected, just calm the fuck down. Just calm the fuck down a little bit and just stop being so goddamn offended and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just every time I turn on CNN, which I hate CNN now, everywhere I go, everything about it, all they do is talk about the man.
Well, and that's part of the problem, right? You get all this publicity and all this, all these news channels that want to talk about Trump and every little thing that he does. It's almost like how Fox was with Obama, but now it's widespread. Now it's every fucking news network. Because, you know, I don't know if you remember back when Obama was president, like, you know, Sean Hannity would get on there and talk about, oh, he ordered Dijon mustard for his burger. Enjoy your fancy burger, Mister. Like, shut the fuck up. Who
Right.
cares if he likes spice? Like, he likes spicy mustard. Get the fuck out of here, Hannity. That doesn't make him a goddamn, you know, out of touch fucking monster. Like, relax.
Right.
But it's the same thing with Trump. It's just widespread now. Every little thing that he says is a problem. I feel like sometimes, and this is I've said this before, and I'll continue to say this about Trump. I really wish just sometimes he would just shut the fuck up and just be the president.
Right.
Just stop talking so much and do your job. It's okay for him to address the press. It's okay for him to speak. It's okay, you know, freedom of speech. That's what our nation's built on. But it's just sometimes he feels, or it feels like he's fighting against himself.
I get that.
With some of the shit he says.
As somebody that fucks with him, like, you know, I even get it. I'm like, dude, you didn't have to say that, because guess what, Donald? You got the juice. You got it. You won. Like, you are the president of the United States of America. You got what it's there. You are the dude. Like, and sometimes it's like, I didn't even think it was feasible. I didn't think it was possible that they were allowed to be in the Oval Office and still tweet and do all these things. I didn't know I've never seen a president this open.
Here's what I'm gonna say. What's really weird for me is, how could you be a sore winner?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes he's just acting like a sore winner. Like, he's just. It always goes back to Clinton and her email. Like, dude, you've been president for 2 years. Can we get off of that?
Yeah, I get it. He won.
You know,
he won.
You won, and it's not. I don't even know if it's so much Trump anymore as it is some of the supporters that he has that just they blindly repeat.
And
everything that comes out of his mouth, and it makes the people, and I think that works against people like yourself too, who are a fan of his presidency. Like,
oh yeah, I get thrown in that shit all the time, man.
Yeah, like the super vocal people that are dumb and don't know what they're talking about.
And there's a lot that's racist too. They think it's funny to put on the "Make America Great Again" hat, just for shits and giggles, like the little punk motherfuckers that like to run around with the Confederate flags in the back of their jacked up trucks that mama and daddy bought them. You know, they do it. They don't even understand what that flag represents. They're just doing it to piss off black people. You know, it's like, and these punks are running around with this hat on. Like, you want to support the man? That's fine. I'll support the man. I like a lot of the shit. I don't like a lot of the shit. Like, you know, I get it, but I'm not like the ignorant motherfucker, the ignorant racist motherfucker that's over there just like, yeah, Trump, hey, fuck these motherfuckers, build the wall, whoa. I ain't like that. You know, I like a guy that's not a fucking robot. And he's gonna say dumb shit, and he's also gonna say shit that Obama didn't have the fucking nutsack to say. So, I mean, it goes both fucking ways, but I think, I don't know, man. I just get, it's hard being a Trump dude, because, man, I'm telling you, especially when you rap, good God.
Well, and it's difficult to be somebody in my position, and what I'm getting from you is that you're kind of a centrist when it comes to politics too.
Right.
So being in this position, being a centrist, being somebody that like, for example, my views sway conservative on certain aspects like gun control, and they sway liberal when it comes to certain social things, you know, and like abortion. Like I'm a pro-choice guy,
Right.
and so when you're a centrist like that, I feel like if I weigh in on a conversation with somebody, whatever side is the bad side to them is the one, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in a discussion with a bunch of Republicans about abortion, then I'm a stupid libtard.
Right.
And if I'm in a discussion about gun control with a bunch of Democrats, then I'm a racist bigot Republican.
Yep.
Like, there's more than just two sides.
Yeah. It's
You
I've
know,
even I thought sometimes
oh,
like maybe I should be independent. But I mean, let's face it, man. I don't even fucking. I,
well, over half the
yeah,
country is. That's the thing is that over half the country identifies as
right.
independent. So where's the real problem? You know, I feel like the real problem is the extreme
And
left and the
I
extreme
actually
right.
think Trump was a fucking Democrat at one time.
Um,
Wasn't he?
yeah,
I know he funded. I know he funded the fucking when Clinton was in office. I think didn't he? He
that's
was
what I was gonna say. He's donated to the Democrats many times.
he was fucking with Clinton's hard back in the day. I know Bill anyway. I don't know about Hillary, but I mean,
I think Donald is independent. You just don't run as independent. You know what I mean? And I think he's shown that in office when they met up about the excuse me, about the Dreamers and the wall and all that. Um, he was siding with Schumer and Pelosi, and the Republicans were like, "What the hell?" Like
right.
the guy has shown that he has the ability or the willingness to reach across the aisle. I just think that he's willing to stand on and die on hills that he doesn't need to stand on to die on.
Yep. You know, I think when he's at his best is when he's not trying to be the billionaire with power. He's not trying to be what everybody wants him to be. His fans and shit want him to say. I think like he has some smart ideas and good things to say. Like I posted some shit a few weeks ago about some shit I saw that popped up on Fox News. I don't know what it was. A book came out right before 9/11. He predicted the 9/11 shit.
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't know.
It's fucking weird. He even named Osama bin Laden.
Well, I think he was on the most wanted list at the time. If you were
Right. Well, yeah.
a lot of people weren't looking at that stuff before 9/11. You know what I mean? And I'm sure if you're Donald Trump and you have this information available to you, I mean,
Yeah. It's
maybe
just
he's on the shitter and he looks it up. You know, hey, look at
it's
this
just
guy.
weird. Yeah. It's just weird, man. Like I think he is a really intelligent fucking dude, and he don't get the credit for it. But I think, like we said, he just needs to calm the fuck down a little bit. But I mean, I don't know.
It's the foot and mouth syndrome, man.
Yeah. I guess I tell wifey all the time, man. I just wish it was. I wish I knew what it was like to have that power for one fucking day, man. God damn,
I don't want it. I'd go gray.
man. I swear to God. I read somewhere the other day. I guess it's every president. I don't know if it's just Donald, but the fucking his car, the limousine and shit, the presidential fucking ride and shit. They got a fucking refrigerator or a freezer in that bitch with blood in there.
I believe it.
His blood type. You got like cartons of his blood type in the car
Oh yeah, I believe it.
in case he gets shot or some bullshit. Like that's crazy, man. Like I don't know what the fuck anybody gonna do with it, but like, okay, here's some blood.
Does somebody here know how to administer this shit or what?
Yeah, I think what the fuck Secret Service gonna do? Like, like
somebody got to be trained to take care of that type of situation.
I guess they drive. I guess they take it into the hospital when they rush him to the hospital if he gets shot or something. I don't know. But
I did not know that.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. There's a freezer in his fucking car with cartons of his blood, like his blood type.
How do we get off on this political tangent?
Man. Once you get on that shit, it's hard to get off, man. Get the fuck off of it.
Man, we've hung around on this for a while.
God damn it. Anyway, I don't know, man. But the fucking. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this dude long, but you see what the fuck Kanye doing this week?
No.
You didn't see that shit on Saturday Night Live.
I have not. Dude, I'm so bad at keeping up with stuff like that. I really am. I don't know why I'm doing this podcast.
This motherfucker, man. He went on Saturday Night Live last week, and after it's over, I think all the the guests that are on there, they come out and talk to the crowd. I don't know what the fuck they do, but anyway, Chris Rock was in the crowd. There was a bunch of people in the crowd, man. They had the whole audience there, cast members, and he went on this big ass rant about shit. And this motherfucker comes around with a Kaepernick shirt on. I don't know if he did it that night, but I saw pictures of him with a Kaepernick shirt on and a Make America Great Again hat on at the same time.
Yeah,
And then the rant I saw, he was just like, at first I thought it was kind of funny that, okay, he fucked with Trump. But I bet you that's pissing everybody off. You know, ha ha ha. You know, like somebody in hip hop is saying it's okay to like Trump. And that's how I was at first. But the more this motherfucker talks, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Well, and I think that's the thing. I think he's being intentionally deceiving.
I don't know if he's lost his shit or he's just, or the Kardashian shit done got to him, because he makes no fucking sense to me.
Boy, does that seem to be a thing with that family.
Yeah, it does, man. There was a white boy basketball player that one of them were fucking with. He went to shit. The football player Reggie Bush, he was fucking with Kim Kardashian. He went to shit. We all know what happened. Lamar Odom. Oh my god, he almost fucking died.
Right.
Fucking with all them damn drugs and all this shit he was doing.
Look at Tyga's career.
Yeah. Goddamn. I don't know, man. And Kanye done lost his shit. I don't know, man. I think I get what he's trying to do, but he's going about it the wrong way.
I'm looking at some of these headlines while we're talking about this, because I don't give a fuck about Kanye.
Yeah.
But they're talking about Meek Mill and J. Cole in the studio together.
Oh shit.
That ought to be interesting. I don't know how well that's gonna mix together, but it ought to be an interesting track.
I'm kind of disappointed with Meek Mill's moves after prison, man.
It is interesting. He did that little 3-song release after wins and losses, and he hasn't really.
Where's the hard shit, man? I thought he'd come out like blazing, man.
Well, was wins and losses before prison or after prison? That was before prison.
Yeah, that was right before, yeah.
Yeah, because he put out that little 3-song EP after prison. I don't know if you listened to that one.
I ain't heard that, but I heard it won't like real hard. I heard it won't like classic Meek Mill shit.
No, it was here, let me pull it up real quick so I can be on the right names for the track. So yeah, Legends of the Summer was the name of the EP. And he had a song called Philadelphia, one called Dangerous, and one called 1 AM. Now Philadelphia is kind of, it's not classic Meek Mills, but it's definitely him rapping. 1 AM I also thought was good. Dangerous is more of that all eyes on you, whatever you need, chick songs that he does. You know what I mean? So in general, yeah, he hasn't really, like, wins and losses was so fucking hard.
Yeah, it was.
And he hasn't really released anything like that. I really enjoyed that Binge EP from MGK. I know you're not big on that style, but I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was good for his fans and what he does. I think what threw me off was the whole Eminem shit and all the beefing and shit. I just expected like more hip hopish, hardish. I thought MGK was gonna be like, all right, this, I'm coming this way now. Like I thought, but he just kept it. I think he stayed in his lane. I think he did what he does. It was like party music.
I think he already had it recorded, to be honest with you.
I think he did too. Yep.
I think Rap Devil was a last minute addition.
Yep.
I think he had this EP recorded. And the thing about MGK is, so he is an interesting artist, because when he came out with a lot of the hip hop shit, a lot of the bars.
Yeah. And
over time, his style has evolved into this newer style, and some of it's really good, and some of it's like, I'm not a fan of some of it even, and I'm a big MGK fan.
Right.
So I can definitely see a lot of people were discouraged with Binge and thought it wasn't great, and I don't know if I'd call it great, but here's the thing about it. I went into it listening to it expecting an album about drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's called Binge.
I didn't even fucking. I should have done that too. When I sat down, all I was thinking was attack mode. I was thinking he was still in that zone, but I really didn't sit down and think, all right, dumbass, he probably fucking recorded this before the M shit happened.
Yeah, I think the way that you perceive music really the context makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it does.
Because if you're going into like Meek Mill's CD Wins and Losses and you're expecting some Dream Chaser shit,
You're not getting that. You're getting hunger and anger and raw emotion. Meek Mills killing shit on a hip hop level.
Right.
You know, just like going into the Binge EP and listening to it, you're getting an EP about drugs.
Yeah.
And that's that actually leads me into the Kevin Gates, the Luca Brasi 3. First of all, have you heard it?
Hell no, I ain't heard it.
Okay, I know you're not like up on Gates like that.
Right.
So, I haven't really read any reviews on it. See, here's the weird thing about Gates. He doesn't seem to get a ton of publicity.
Yeah, I noticed that, man.
But he does have his core fan base, and I'm definitely part of that core fan base. So, when I'm looking at Luca Brasi 3, I really enjoyed the album. First of all, I thought it was really good. A lot of people that had something to say about it where other artists were talking about how all the songs sound the same. And to a degree, I can understand why people would say that, but you really have to know what you're getting into. And for me, I thought that Luca Brasi 3 was better than By Any Means 2, which was a continuation of another series that he had started.
Right.
He put out Chained to the City, which was like a 3-song thing, and all 3 of those songs were good to me. In fact, Let It Sing is one of my favorite tracks by him. But as I sit here and I look through this track listing for Luca Brasi 3, for me, there were a couple standouts out here. I really liked Money Long. I liked Discussion. Great Man was really good, I thought. Find You Again is good for like the softer music. Adding Up is really good. I mean, I can't really point to a song on this CD where I'm like, okay, this is garbage. Like the Luca Brasi freestyle was really good.
Right.
And he's got one. I'm gonna throw this out there for you because being the Trump guy, he has one called MATA, MATA, and it was Make America Trap Again.
Oh shit.
So, you know, a little play on the Donald Trump shit. It's not my favorite song on there, but it's not a bad song.
Right. Okay.
So I feel like there was quite a few standouts on there, and I think if anybody's saying that it all sounds the same, I didn't get that. And again, context means everything. I'm walking into this album expecting a Kevin Gates album, and that's what I got.
Right. Yep.
You know, I wasn't expecting it to be better than Luca Brasi 2, but honestly, there's more songs on 3 than I like on 2.
Right.
So you know, and you gotta figure what these guys are going through. First of all, a lot of people don't listen or look at the backstory or listen in context of what they're saying. Gates just got out of prison not long ago.
Yeah.
He's looking great, looking fucking buff, you know, like he's been eating. He's got the chains on. He's got a whole new look and wardrobe. So there's a bit of a rebrand there, you know. He's got a 4-part interview like Eminem did. He did a 4-part interview with Sway.
Yeah, I thought I saw that earlier.
Which is an interesting approach, and I'm wondering, just a quick sidebar there, I'm wondering if Sway is going to continue doing that with different artists. Personally, I haven't watched anything but the first one yet, and I was having a really bad day with anxiety on Tuesday. For those that don't know, I do suffer from anxiety. So I was having a really bad anxiety day on Tuesday. And I come home and I was cooking dinner and I turned on that interview, and there's something about listening to Gates speak that just put me at ease. Like he's such a spiritual guy. He seems really knowledgeable, just really intelligent and well spoken, and just like generally seems like a nice guy, honestly.
Right.
So watching him interact with Sway and listening to the interview and everything, and talking about how his time away affected his kids, and you know, his spirituality, and his interpretation of Islam, because he practices Islam as a lot of the guys that go to jail do. Although I'm not sure that he converted to that in jail or whatever. But anyway, regardless, he just seems like a really intelligent, well-spoken guy, and it really put me at ease listening to him. I feel like he's right around my age. I think he's 31, 32. And at that age, like, you know, you could tell when somebody just seems like an old soul, like they seem like they have more knowledge and experience and just enlightenment than most people their age.
Right.
To me, he's that guy.
Okay. Well, he's one of the many rappers that I can't even begin to hate on him because I don't know nothing about him. So he's one of the rappers that I just never check out because I guess because he's not out there enough. I don't know. I have.
You have to really get into his style too. And the thing with
Right.
Gates is like he's definitely not your typical trap rapper.
Right.
So he does rap over trap beats and shit like that, but he is a lyrical guy.
Right.
So I feel like you have to go into listening to his albums or his projects knowing that you're getting trap beats, but also and catchy hooks, but that you're also, if you're listening to the verses, then you know that dude goes.
Right.
You know, so again, it's that context thing.
What I just said kind of pissed me off. I just said because I kind of that's weird, man. I just thought about something because I said I don't listen to him because I don't hear much about him and I don't know much about him, and I'm just one of those people that just keep on moving and it is what it is. But I mean, like, but then I turn around and be like, I can't, with my music, that's my same gripe. I say the same shit. Nobody takes the fucking time to sit down, click play and listen and shit. That's weird. I'm a fucking asshole, man.
I think what you might be stumbling onto there is that problem with how fast everything moves in the culture.
So fast, man. Like, you gotta have shock value. You gotta have something to make somebody click play.
Well, it seems like these dudes that don't have that just go and make good music.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really get the recognition that these other guys do that have, they start shit all the time. I was just thinking the other day, and I may have even said it online on social media or something. I said Ross doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
Right.
Like, the guy makes consistently great music, in my opinion. Obviously, music is all subjective, but Ross makes great music consistently. He doesn't really have scandals or issues in the public eye. Like, you don't ever hear about Ross getting into beefs with anybody after like 50 Cent shit.
Right.
Like, he just kind of keeps to himself, takes care of his business, does his thing. I mean, same thing with a guy like, Tech Nine or Kevin Gates. Like, Gates had that case a few years ago where he kicked the chick in the chest in Florida. And he got a lot of bad publicity and a bad name for kicking a woman in the chest. But
the girl was trying to grab his shit or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was trying to grab his dick like 3 or 4 times, and he told her 3 or 4 times already, stop trying to grab my shit.
Right.
And finally, and he don't do security and shit like that. So you finally there's got to be a point in time where you're like, all right, dude, this is done.
Right.
I don't know that I condone his actions of kicking her in the fucking chest, but it sent a message.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
It was the top of his foot, I guess. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and condone violence against women because that's not me, and I don't really want people hating me and calling for a boycott of our podcast after the 2nd episode. But but I mean, there's got to be limits, and I think that's where things get a little messy, especially in the music industry or any celebrity. You know what I mean? You just,
Bitch, you grab my nuts one more time, I'm putting this Nike check on your chest.
Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck he did too.
God damn.
She went home with that shit imprinted. That's fucked up. Well, we shouldn't be laughing about that. We're going to hell.
I'm a fucking asshole, man.
I mean, realistically though, it is what it is. I mean, you have to protect yourself, and like he said after the fact, he was like, I probably could have handled it better, but he's like, what would you do? Put yourself in my shoes.
Yeah, especially if you're a creator and you're on stage doing what you do, man. Like, I get it. I mean, he's there for to bring his art to you. It's a level of respect, man. Like he said something once or twice, like if the chick was just kept doing it, like you just gotta put yourself as an artist on stage with the microphone, thousands of people looking at you. They're there to see you, and then there's always the fucking motherfucker in the crowd trying to fuck it up. It's weird.
It always seems like there's that one dude that tries, or one chick, or
man.
whatever, one person that tries to cross the line.
Yeah, it's weird, man. But I don't know, man. I guess that's why they got security, but I don't know.
Well, that's the thing about him. Like, he really doesn't do security.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know.
That's one thing I gotta salute the guy for. It just seems like whenever you see him making moves, it's just him and his wife.
Right.
And the kids too, obviously. But he don't really put them on social media like that.
That's how it would be with me. I'm just an old fucker, man. I don't know. I get called old every fucking day. My goddamn beard turning gray like a bitch.
That's all right.
Man, yeah, I even quit. I quit using Just for Men. I was using Just for Men for a while.
What is that? Is that the fucking girl shit or like color shit?
The color shit. Yeah.
Oh, Rogaine's the girl shit, huh?
Man, yeah. I'm turning gray like a motherfucker, man. I don't know what. I swear, man. I don't know, man.
He said I was using Just for Men.
But, hell yeah, man. Go in and brush the beard a little bit and wash it out. And you got the black beard, man.
Well, yeah, I use this shit called what is it? It's beard butter.
Okay.
Because my face gets all dry and itchy and shit.
Oh shit.
And it's supposed to keep it moist and stuff, and it seems to.
Shit, man.
It smells funny though, man. You can't find a product for your fucking beard that doesn't smell goofy.
I got some beard oil and shit, and that shit greasy as a motherfucker. I don't know.
Dude, it smelled like the first one that I bought. I took it back and bought this other stuff because the first one that I bought smelled like fucking Vicks Vapor Rub and Christmas trees. Like,
goddamn.
Nah, man, I'm good. I ain't even trying to walk around with my face smelling like Vicks and Christmas trees.
Vicks and Christmas trees. God damn.
It was horrible, dude. I was like, this is nasty.
Man, I woke up and I had a dream. I was sick at the North Pole.
Right.
What the fuck?
He's sick at the North Pole.
Oh, shit.
This other stuff that I got doesn't smell a whole lot better, but it smells better than Vicks and Christmas trees. I'll tell you that.
Damn, man. I just seen a thing on here. Mystikal will stay in jail.
Yeah, I just seen that too.
After judge refuses to reduce $3 million bond.
What is he in jail for?
I don't know what the fuck I don't know what he did.
He just got out not long ago.
That motherfucker, man. I don't know. He ain't got $3 million? I guess not. But.
Oh, it says he has been sitting in jail since last summer. He was charged with first-degree rape and second-degree kidnapping.
Damn.
I thought that charge was from a long time ago, though. I thought that's why he was out.
Yeah, I thought that shit was old. I don't know, man. You can't get this shit together.
That's kind of...
Motherfuckers don't know about Mystikal in the late 90s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's really sad for me to be sitting here and reading that fucking headline right now.
Yeah, that was a dude, man.
Because Mystikal is dope.
He reminded me of like a Lil Jon, if Lil Jon can rap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably good. But before Lil Jon.
Yeah, way before Lil Jon. Yeah.
So it was like Lil Jon was trying to be Mystikal, but he couldn't rap.
Yeah.
Rick Ross claims victory in 50 Cent lawsuit over In the Club remix.
I saw that. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
yeah,
I never heard Rick Ross do it.
Yeah, neither did I. Been feuding for about a decade at this point. Doesn't look like it'll end any point in the near future. Yeah, we were just talking about this too. That's kind of weird.
I honestly can't see Rick Ross doing it.
Oh, okay. Back in 2015, Fifth sued Rick Ross for using In the Club beat on his Renzel remix's mixtape without proper permission.
I don't think there's anybody more petty than 50 Cent.
He kills me though, man. I'm gonna tell you what. 50 is the ultimate fucking troll.
I swear to God, man.
The ultimate troll.
That motherfucker don't quit, man. Every day, like at least once, 2, 3 times a week, you hear his name. He's going at it with somebody.
I'll tell you what, man. If I had all the money that 50 had, though, I'd be trolling motherfuckers all day long too.
Yeah. You know, man. I don't know, man. With the success of Power, you think he'd be like, all right, y'all can't fuck with me on the music tip. I came in hotter than any motherfucker.
Oh, he did too.
God damn, he did. Man,
Let's take a minute to get into that because I feel like 50's success was all timing.
Man, what was it? 2002? Get Rich or Die Trying?
Yeah, it was right around 2001, 2002 when he first came out. And,
you talk about every fucking track on that album.
Oh yeah, that's a classic album. But I'm just saying the whole thing, his success, his rise, his prominence. Like I feel like it was all timing. Like there's not another rapper that could do that today.
No, hell no.
And I feel like it's never gonna be another rapper that'll do that. And no rapper before him had ever come out like that and just was the shit immediately.
Never. I mean, this is fucking grimy ass New York mixtape rapper. That's what he, and god damn, I don't know.
50. When you look, or when I look back at my lifetime, and I look at the rappers that have come out during my lifetime, from back in let's say the late 80s for me, all the way up to now, nobody had the immediate and instant impact of 50 Cent.
No.
With the exception of maybe Drake.
Yeah, that's a close one.
Well, when you think about it, Drake was on everybody's hook when he came out.
Oh yeah.
So, he had that impact as far as like in the industry, but 50, he was everywhere, just in the streets. Everybody was talking about his shit. He's on the radio, he's on MTV, he's on everything. And then movies directly after. Like, nobody. I don't think anybody's had the type of career that 50's had.
No. I know Eminem likes to take credit for that shit, but I think he would have blown up no matter what. I think it was.
Yeah.
But I do. I guess it comes. I don't know, man. I do get that. I guess because like
50 is 50. I don't know, man. I don't know that I agree that Eminem deserves credit for that because 50 is 50 without M.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? M was not.
I just don't know if. I don't know if The only thing I don't know if Get Rich or Die Trying would have happened without M. I don't know. I don't know like the beat selection, the where he was at mentally, like coming in, and he knew Eminem was the hottest motherfucker out right now, and I got to step my game up, and I gotta do this and that. Like it probably put a lot of pressure on him, but goddamn did he deliver.
So do you think? Here's a good question. Do you think 50 is who he is today without Aftermath, Shady Aftermath? Like, could 50 be who he is today on a Def Jam?
Oof.
Because remember, this is back right when Budden was popping, when Jarrell was popping, when Jay-Z was popping. They're all on Def Jam.
Man, I don't know, man. I kind of, unfortunately, I think that fucking with him took him to a new level. Like,
well, I think it was definitely a smart business move. I just don't
know.
Like,
you had white kids, man. You had little ass fucking white kids, suburbia white kids running around, bumping in the club and Miniman and all this shit, like, because they were like, oh, this 50 Cent, oh, the dude that signed with Shady, oh, I just think that the audience and I don't know, perfect, like you said, timing, man. I think the timing.
Well, the timing definitely sealed it for him, and the feud with Ja Rule definitely took it to a new level too. But my thing is being a hip hop guy. When I listen to 50's discography, I can throw out any of them songs with Eminem on it, except for maybe Patiently Waiting.
Right. Patiently
You know,
waiting for a track. Man, that shit hard, man.
right. Like I can throw out Amusement Park. I think was one of them. I can throw out Psycho, which I like Psycho, but I can throw that out. Like I can do without the tracks with Eminem. You know what I mean?
Right.
And still have, to me, one of the greatest discographies in hip hop.
Right. Yeah.
You know, because 50, except for maybe what was it, Animal Ambition or whatever, one of the new albums, with the exception of that one album, 50's discography is solid.
Right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's hard. I'd be hard pressed to find an album where I'm like, oh, that's garbage. Like Curtis was nasty.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we can throw the Massacre in that ring, because
Yeah.
when you call something the Massacre and then it comes out sounding like the Massacre did, it's kind of. I still love a lot of songs on the Massacre though. Like I can't sit here and say like "Get in My Car" is one of my favorite 50 songs ever.
Right.
Bitch, get in my car. Like that was my shit.
Hell yeah.
You know, it's hard. I don't need no pickup lines. I stay on my grind. I tell them hoes all the time, bitch, get in my car. Like that.
Yep.
That shit is just amazing. You know, this is one of my favorite 50 songs. So I can't even sit here and say that about the Massacre. The only one that I can really say I didn't care for was Animal Ambition.
Right.
You know, the rest of them albums that he had out between the Curtis, Before I Self Destruct. What's the? I know I'm forgetting one. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter.
Even the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack from the movie was even hard, man.
Yeah, that shit was hard as fuck.
So
that's the thing about there's only a few guys. To me, there's only a few guys in hip hop that have discographies like that.
Right.
50, Jay. For me, I think Ross is on that list.
Yeah.
Joe is definitely on that list.
Oh, of course.
Like there's only a handful, a couple handfuls of guys, and Tech Nine obviously another one, but that just have discographies that every album is. You can make the case that the majority of the album is better than. You know, you don't have a whole lot of songs that are awful, I guess is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. And the timing, man, everything, like who he signed with, when he came out, the audience, like everybody, like he hit me at a time. I was in my early 20s. And oh my God, man. I was Mr. Fuck it. Like
yeah, when he came out in 02, I graduated in 04, so I would have been about 16 when he came out.
Man, I was doing some really, really not so good things. That's all I'm gonna say. I was doing some bad things today, and that was the dude, man. Like I remember that fucking whole time, man, when the album came out, and it puts it, like, even thinking about it like now, it just puts me back in that place. But I'm like, man, I was drinking and driving and doing some stupid shit. Every time I had access to a CD player, I would just put that shit in. That's what I would play. And that motherfucking that album right there, man, is just. I think. Let me see. I would have to say the Eminem Show and Get Rich Die Trying are neck and neck with me. Like I can tell you what the fuck I was doing when that shit was coming out, and I can tell you like stories of crazy shit I did just because I was listening to that, where it took me mentally. Like I don't know.
You know the song that always got me? I'm not even going to say the name of the song. All I'm going to say is the first two lines. I let my watch talk for me, my whip talk for me, my gat talk for me. Bye, what up, homie? That poor little Rich, that was my shit.
Man, I'm telling you, man. Oh, fucking, it was perfect.
50's a monster.
Yeah.
50's a monster.
And now, and now it's like, man, the trolling shit I don't get, but whatever. I guess he's bored. I guess he's just fucking bored.
Well, probably, and you got to figure 50 is not. He's not a new rapper.
Right.
I can't hear 50 on a fucking trap beat.
Right.
I'm sure he could, but his style is too. I don't know. It's too complex for that.
Right.
The way he raps, the way he writes, I just don't think it would fit on a track. I would like to hear it just to see what it sounds like.
Right.
But it's like it it's a transition that you expect from T.I. It's a transition you expect from Lil Wayne and the Southern guys.
Right.
But your New York rappers, you don't. I mean, like Jim Jones put out an album this year, and I was never like a huge Jim Jones fan, but boy is that album pretty great. It's Wasted Talent, I think it's called, which is kind of funny since our podcast is Wasted Potential.
Oh shit.
But it was a great album, and there are a lot of standout tracks on that one, and it was good to hear a New York rapper like staying in his own pocket.
Right. Yeah, he's got a cousin. 50 Cent got a cousin called, he goes by Continental Five.
I've never heard him.
Well, if you actually watch the movie, Get Rich or Die Trying and shit, like his character is kind of in that movie. They grew up in the house with the grandparents.
Yeah.
And he's a New York rapper, of course, but he sounds a lot like 50, man. Like if you just close your eyes and you listen to him rap, you'll think it's 50. And Miss P interviewed him back in the underground radio days, and she still keeps up with him. You know, they converse here and there, but like he's a really fucking humble ass dude. And
I think I remember you guys advertising for interviewing 50's cousin.
Yeah, that's his fucking cousin, man. Like it's in the book too. He got a book. I don't know if it's Rich Dad Trying. I don't know what the fucking book was called. But yeah, they all grew up together, you know, and with the grandparents and shit. And I don't even think he fucks with them. I don't know. I don't think 50 has really helped him because I think his son raps too. I don't even think he fucks with his son. I don't know. But I mean, the Continental Five got some talent, man. He got some shit out there. He's doing a mixtape, New York shit, basically.
Isn't that weird how rappers like won't promote their kids rapping?
It is some shit, man.
Because Joe will always be talking about he ain't putting Trey out there either.
I don't really understand that because I've heard Trey spit a couple times, man. He's pretty fucking good. I know he's a young.
I can't say I've heard him.
He's a kid, man, and I've only heard maybe two. I know I heard the diss he did to Joe. You heard that?
Yeah, I heard that.
I heard that and maybe one or two others. But he's definitely got potential. He's definitely.
Can you imagine getting in a diss battle with your kid?
That's crazy. And Joe wasn't even mad. Joe was like, he deserved it. He understood it.
Well, Joe did the same shit though.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think if my kid was doing that, I'd be putting that motherfucker everywhere, man. Like, I don't know, but it's weird.
Well, I got a nephew that actually, two of them. The one I was working with last year, I haven't really been fucking with him because things kind of went weird. We'll just say it went weird. But my other nephew, his brother is supposed to be coming over tomorrow to lay down a track or something. And
okay.
I mean, for me, I'm excited to work with him because I don't know, man. For me, I feed off other people's energy.
Right.
So when you're working with somebody, it's like when you and I are doing our wasted potential stuff. You kind of feed off that energy.
Right.
But to be in the studio with somebody, like that's a whole different type of energy. And I know you know that energy too. It's just it's a weird like creative flow, and if you're in a block or anything, there ain't really anything better than working with somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
To kind of shake loose a block.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man.
You know, because if this dude over here is on a roll, you gonna hear it and be like, okay, I know I can be doing this shit.
Right. Look, I mean, I guarantee, man, if me and you were in the booth at the same time, I guarantee you, I don't know if you drink much, I guarantee you will be drinking that night, and I guarantee you, you will be drinking and you will be pacing back and forth with your notebook.
Let me put it like this: I got a fifth of Gentleman. I got a fifth of Gentleman Jack in my freezer. I ain't touched. It's been up there since Christmas.
Holy fuck! That's all right though. I guarantee I bring it out in you, man. I'm telling you, man. Like I get really fucking aggressive and passionate about the shit. It's very theatrical, man. Like I get mad. I get like that's why I spend so much time trying to find the right beat. It's got to be the right beat. It's got to be the right setting, man. And it's got to tell me, okay, bro, this is what you're fucking doing. This is like it's just like I got to go somewhere mentally, and it's just that's why I ain't been putting much shit out lately. because mentally I ain't been able to go there because there's so much stuff going on in my personal life. It's just I love that setting. Like
my booth etiquette is so much different than yours.
Man, that's I don't know, man. I love it. I don't know, man. It's somewhere I got to go mentally. And if I got a lot of noise around me and a lot of shit going on, and it has to be a very intense setting.
No, I'm with you. I'm 100% with that. I'm just thinking to myself, my process has always been, and actually it's kind of funny. I was talking about this earlier at work. My process has always been, I listen to beats. When one catches me, the hook will start coming to me almost immediately, whether it's words or a harmony or anything, a melody, whatever the case may be. I'll start humming something if I catch it. You know what I mean? And then or I'll just have words popping in my head like I did with Back Up. So it's like the beat catches me, and I'll start writing immediately, and then I'll go in the booth and I'll record the hook.
Right.
And then I'll write a verse, and then I'll go in the booth and record that verse, and then I'll write another verse, and then I'll go in there and record it. That's why a lot of my songs wind up with a different type of sound for each verse because I do it sporadically like that. But the whole process is done in under an hour.
Right.
So yeah. I'm just like I'm a fast writer. I'm a fast record. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in there and I'm getting it done.
Right. Yeah. I move fast.
So it's like
the only thing that takes me a long time is finding the fucking beat. I'll go for hours finding the beat. I swear, man.
Well, it's hard nowadays because everything kind of sounds the same.
It does. I get so fucking mad everywhere I go. Oh, check out this Drake type beat. I love that type beat.
Yeah,
the type beat they put at the end of it.
Let me get that Drake type beat. Listen to this 21 Savage type beat.
Yeah, it's like, man, come on.
Yeah, there's a lot of those type beats. It somewhere along the line, and I think a lot of it came when this whole trap harmonized phase came in. Was you good?
Yeah, I'm
good. All the beats started sounding the same too. It was like, okay, now we're gonna give you this type of, and then people try to fucking capitalize off of people's deaths and stuff like that. I don't know if you noticed lately, but I've seen a lot of, after Triple X died, I've seen a lot of Triple X type beats.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And after Mac Miller died, there was a lot of Mac Miller type beats.
Fuck out of here with that shit.
You know, that's so fucked. It's so fucked up to me to try to capitalize off of somebody's death like that.
Right.
Let the man rest. You know what I mean? It just, I don't know. It seems unethical, but a lot of things in music seem unethical. So.
And you know what really pisses me off? It seems like when you find a real good one, it's tagged.
Tagged to death.
Oh my god, dude! You'll know, man. You would laugh your ass off if you saw me. The way I react. I literally get so fucking emotional. I'm like, man. I sit there and start nodding my head. I'm like, this is the one. I'm like, man, this is the one. This is the one. I start nodding my head. I get into it. I'm like, okay. I take a sip. I'm good. I even pick up the pen sometimes. I'm like, this is the fucking one. You did not pay this beat. You did not pay for this beat. Holy shit productions. You were listening to Holy shit productions. Like,
I don't mind the tag. I don't mind the tag, but when it pulls you out of the beat, like, boy, and some of them tags are super loud, like you're saying, you know, like, holy fucking Christ, settle down. It don't have to be that loud. You don't have to sound like DJ Khaled on your
shit.
DJ Khaled beats. Like, just get the fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, man. And then when the motherfucker when it actually says, "Why didn't you pay for this beat?" Have you ever heard? I've heard that.
Yes.
Oh my god! I'm like, fuck you, bitch. Like,
I think it was on one of the songs that we did. Because he was like, "Why did you?" Or you didn't pay for this beat, and you were like, "Hell no, I didn't."
Oh yeah, I think I did do that. Yeah.
It was one of the songs that we did. And that's the thing. Like, I don't mind paying for beats. Like, I just bought one a couple weeks ago for Broken Mirror for a song I'm doing for the album.
Right.
But it's hard to get into, and this is just a little criticism for producers out there. It's hard for me to get into the beat and stay in a beat if your tag is overpowering the rest of the beat. Like, by all means, tag your shit. I don't care.
Right.
But when your tags are louder than my vocals are gonna be, you're pulling me right out of my zone.
Right.
Right out of that shit. Because you seriously, like you said, you be sitting there, head nodding, grabbing the pen. Oh shit, this is the one I'm gonna write to. And then all of a sudden, Fuckboy Productions, Duction. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. You killed me. You killed my whole vibe. You killed the whole track. Now I don't even know what I'm gonna write about anymore. I'm setting the pen back down. I'm setting my headphones down. I'm walking to the fridge. I'm over here like, I don't
swear to
I'm
God.
done.
Every fucking time, man. The damn tag might as well say, fuck you, Chrool. Fuck you, Chrool. Fuck you.
Right.
You broke motherfucker. You broke motherfucker. You broke motherfucker. Like, get the fuck, man.
Right.
I don't know, man. I hate that shit. That's why
Stop bootlegging our beats.
You know what I used to do, man? I used to fucking be a smart ass about it. I used to just take the fucking I would just find some way to download it or
loop that shit.
I would loop it. Yeah, I'll take the part that like, all right, from the time this motherfucker starts till I got about 30 seconds to get that motherfucker go hard as a bitch. I'm gonna loop that shit.
Just loop the whole fucking. There not be a tag on that motherfucker at all.
Hell yeah. By that time, I want to put my own tag on it, like, fuck you, I got you, bitch. Fuck you, I got you, bitch.
These producers got around that, though, by doing tags every fucking 5 seconds on their beats now.
Oh, my God, man, that makes me so mad.
That shit drives me nuts, too, man. Like, I don't mind your tag being on there. If you're putting it up for free download, you know, as long as your tag's not super loud, I'll even leave it on the beat in the background. I don't care. I've recorded over beats like that for years, but
I don't get the ones that get so obsessive with it. Like, if I honestly made beats, which I probably could if I had the patience, but if I put the beats out there, I would really just be like, everybody that downloads this beat, I ain't gonna tag this motherfucker. Take it, use it, put it on a mixtape, sell it if you want. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Just hit me up and let me know you did it.
Well, see, and this is my problem as a beat maker, because I do make beats.
Right.
I put them. I have had them up on sites in the past, and my tag would be, I'd have one tag per verse and one tag per hook.
Right.
And it was a quiet enough tag to where it's like, you know, Keep It Wicked Beats, or, you know, In Flight Productions, or whatever the fuck it was under.
Yeah.
But it would be quiet enough to where you could rap over top and everything, and it would be free download. But like you're saying, my thing is, like, I want to hear artists spitting over my shit.
Right.
And I always try to get back with a producer. If I do a free download beat, I'll always try to get back with the producer. Like, yo, you want to hear this track I did to your beat?
Right.
The problem comes in where, like, with me working with my nephew, for example, last year, I gave him a beat to do his first song over, and it was all right. It was his first song, you know. It wasn't like spectacular, but it wasn't terrible, you know. And the beat was one that I had spent some time on, and I recorded him and everything, and I mixed it down for him, and that's the last I've heard of it. I don't know if he put it out. I don't know if he sold it. I don't know what. I'm not fucking mentioned at all. And the only thing that I told the kid was, hey, you don't have to pay me. Just put my name out there.
Yeah.
Get me paying clientele.
All right. Yeah.
So what's he do? I end up mixing 3 to 4 songs for the kid before I'm finally like, look, I'm not doing anything for free anymore. I'm done.
Yeah. Shit, man.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here and just mix your tracks.
Yeah.
You know, like, I got my own tracks that I don't even like to mix. I gotta sit here and mix your shit now too.
You got me fucked up.
Right? No shit. Like, I'm mixing one for Phil this weekend, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't mind mixing a song here or there for anybody, but I'll be goddamned if I'm mixing your whole album for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, how tedious and annoying that fucking process is.
Man.
Jesus.
You know what I fucking hate?
What's that?
I'm going to fucking freeze in the ice cream. My kids. This is all trash. You know what my kids like to do? They like to put the ice cream back in the freezer and not fill the motherfuckers back up.
And not have no ice in the motherfucker.
Or they'll be a smart ass and they will fill it up and I go in there and it's all water. and they ain't ready. Yeah, and they ain't ready yet.
Be pouring water over the whole ice cubes that are still in there. Like.
I'm telling you, man. My mind is a little crazy, but yeah. Shit irritates me. I feel like the older I get, man, certain shit I just brush off, and certain shit just irritates the fuck out of me. It's weird.
It is weird the way things change in your mind when you get older.
Yeah, man. I never used to be a road rager, and I feel like when I drive now.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on dog. I am so bad on the road, bro. I'm honking at people, yelling at people through the fucking window.
Oh yeah, my wife is like that. My wife we could be in the hood somewhere. I'm like, do you realize if something pops off, I'm gonna be the one to have to get out of this car and do something.
Right, you put me in a real awkward position.
Yeah, like
telling that motherfucker to go fuck his mother. You need to stop for a minute,
man. You know what did it for me though the other day, man? Well, it was about maybe it was earlier in the summer. It was like a month or two ago. I don't know, man. I was riding down the boulevard in my truck, my Tahoe. Wifey was in the passenger seat, and the kids were in the back. We were going to get something to eat. I don't know what the fuck we were doing, something like that. We're just cruising down the boulevard. The speed limit's 35. This motherfucker on a moped. He's in his late 30s, early 40s. I don't even know why he's driving a moped. He might be in a struggle, which is fine. He's on a moped. This motherfucker switches lanes and gets in front of me and just he just stops off us. He gets real slow. And we stop at a red light. And I get, I'm like, oh shit, this motherfucker just got in front of me, man. What the hell's going on? But I stop. I don't beep. I don't make no noise. I'm just sitting there. We take off when the light turns green. This motherfucker, he gives me the bird behind he like puts his arm behind himself with his left hand and gives me the bird. I'm like, oh, I said, Danielle, he's flipping me the bird right now. Look at this motherfucker. He's flipping. I'm like, what the fuck I do to him? Like, what? Okay, you gonna get in front of me with a little moped, you son of a bitch, and you gonna flip me off. I guess he didn't like how close I got to him. But I'm like, dude, we're going 35, and all of a sudden you get in front of me, you going 15. Motherfucker, I'm going to be a little close.
Ready to murder a motherfucker.
Man, we pulled. Dude. I swear, that's where Chris goes into Chrool. And this, I was like, all right. This ain't sitting well with me. I'm going to fuck with this dude. I pull up this motherfucker, man. I switch over to the left lane. I switch back over to the right lane. I switch back over to the left lane. Then I come back in the right. And by the time I come to the right, he goes back to the left. And I pull up beside him. And God, the gods were working with me that night. Because there was a red light. We were like side by side. I roll my window down. Like the old commercials with the You Got Any Great Fun. It was like dramatic. It was like I roll my window down all slow. It was like, I just stuck my middle finger out and said, we got a fucking problem. He just shook his head. I couldn't see his face too much because all I could see was his helmet and he had a big ass backpack on, man. He was like, no. I was like, you giving me the fucking bird, dude. Like, what the fuck? You fucking with me right now. And the kids were laughing and shit. It was just one of those moments where I was like, and then I followed him and I was an asshole and I got real close to him. It's a long story. I did everything short but run his ass off the fucking road. But it was like, at that moment I was like, damn, 20-year-old Chris wouldn't give a fuck about this. But here I am old, it's a really long story. I kept fucking with him basically. But it was just like, man, man, I don't know. Shit just gets to me now.
I had that yesterday. I was with the kid and we were going to get dinner and I'm at a left turn, right? And this light is real busy. But there gets to be a break in traffic, and you can see a good ways up the road. So I'm waiting, and there's this car in front of me, and I wait, and she's not taking any chances. So the traffic's passing, whatever, cool. Then it gets to this break, and I sat there for a solid 3 seconds. Ain't no cars coming. I'm looking around. I laid on that fucking horn, rolled the window down. Move your fucking car. You know, like the lady's looking back at me in her mirror. She looks terrified because she got to be older, you know, in her 50s or whatever. I'm screaming at her, get your fucking car out of the way, you stupid fucking moron. I get so irrationally angry on the road. It's not even funny, dude. Like, it's funny to talk about it after the fact, but when I'm on the road, like, get the fuck out of the fucking way, you motherfucker.
Hell yeah, man.
God, I was sitting at the stop sign this morning, ready to cross the street because I'm maybe a block and a half away from my house, and I'm in this. We got like this turnaround where you could turn left and go the other way because it's two one-way streets next to each other. So we got this turnaround where you can get into the other way, or you can go straight into the side street. And I'm waiting to go straight into the side street so I can get home. And there's this dude in this fucking truck, and he's doing like maybe 10. And the speed limit down this road is at least 25. It's like 25, 30. And I'm sitting at the stop sign, and I'm watching all the traffic behind him fucking start to creep up on him because he's going so fucking slow. Now I'm on the fucking phone. I got the phone plugged into the radio. I'm talking to my mom, and she's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "This stupid old bastard. I swear to God, motherfucker, it's not 1950 anymore. The speed limit is 30 miles an hour. Get your motherfucking car out of the way." Like, he goes by, and a couple more cars go by, and then there's another old dude in a fucking Mustang this time, brand new Mustang this time, creeping like 15 miles an hour. I'm like, yo, just get the fuck off get the fuck off the road. Just get the fuck off the road.
Hell yeah, that's some crazy shit, man.
Like, I hate to get so angry about it too, because I feel so crazy after the fact. Like, why am I letting this get to me?
I know, man. Like, when I'm in a rush to get somewhere, if I'm on a rail, I hate red lights, man. I'll start tapping the steering wheel, and I'll start shaking my leg. Then I'll look around. I'm like, I know I'm getting old now because I'm like, I look to the left. I'm like, the left has a red light. The right has a red light. In front of me has a red light. This is a pointless, useless moment of my time right now. Why are we sitting at a fucking red light? Nobody's going. This is a fucking conspiracy. Why is everybody red and we're just sitting here? I have places I gotta fucking go, you son of a bitch. And like, it's just, I get really mad. I start just like, palms start sweating. I just get really aggressive out here now. And I'm like, I didn't used to be that way. And then wifey's on my ass all the time. Like, we see an accident or anything, I stop. Do you stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For an accident?
Like, are you the motherfucker that when you see the car on the side of the road all banged up and the sheet out there, and it could be a homicide, or not a homicide, but a death at the scene, or it could be whatever. Are you the motherfucker that stops, that looks at the wreck that just happened?
No,
I'm the dude that stops.
you the dude that I hate.
Yeah, like if you in a traffic jam and shit, and then you get up there and find out it's a wreck, and it could be something. A fender bender, or it could be some crazy shit, like a car mangled up, and like I said, like a sheet out, which somebody they're covering the body, whatever, man. I stop, man. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck happened here, man? That motherfucker must have been going hard. Look at that motherfucker. Like, I just stop and examine the scene. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
You know, it's weird. We're sitting here talking about the difference between what we get angry about when we're younger and what we get angry about. I had that little fucking exchange with that little lame earlier, and I ain't even gonna say his name.
Fuck that motherfucker.
But all over my messages, just talking all kinds of shit, right?
Oh.
And bro, I'm not even sitting over there angry. Like, I was just confused by the whole thing. Like, you know when you're in your 20s, your early 20s, even your mid 20s, and somebody comes at you like that, and you're like, well, fuck that. Let's take this outside. Like, me. Now I turn into detective for some reason. Like, my ass is over here trying to figure out, was there a miscommunication that got us to this point? Are you just being a fucking asshole? Like, what exactly is happening right here? Like, talk about, oh, well, I know your boy hacked my page. Well, let's figure this out together, buddy. Let me put on the detective hat. We're gonna look into this little thing that you got going on over here, because you have got to be out of your fucking mind if you really think I've been sitting here thinking about you even a little bit.
Right.
after this whole stupid thing, and you talk all that personal shit about me during a fucking stupid discussion about the Eminem MGK beef. Boy, did I see friendships end over that motherfucker. Friendships just come to a close. I stopped following certain people. I unfriended certain people. I had motherfuckers talking about wanting to fight me over that shit. Like, boy, was that just a pivotal, crazy moment.
You're fucking with these stands, man.
Oh my god, I don't even like that word anymore. I feel like the word "stan" is not strong enough.
No.
Is there something stronger than Stan? What was the brother's name that Stan was the brother that killed himself, right?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, it was Stan. Stan was the older brother, and Matthew was the little brother.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody thinks they're Matthew.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that message.
Obsessed with the guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Like that message you sent me earlier, man. Was that the first message he sent you?
Yeah, I posted all them shits on Facebook just to humiliate him, and everybody was laughing at this motherfucker. Like, you sound so stupid. Because at the end of the message, he was like, what did he say to me? It was something ridiculous because he had messaged me first, and he was like, be a keyboard warrior somewhere else. Get the fuck off my page, bitch. For real.
Wow.
And my response was, bitch, you hit me up. What a joke. And he didn't say anything after that because he's sitting there reading it going, oh, wait, shit, I did.
I wrote a song called Keyboard Killers back in 2009. And
back when it first became a thing.
Yeah. Then it was real then.
Yeah.
Like MySpace was dying, Facebook was coming around, like it was like, you know, a lot of shit going on, man, but like I don't know, man.
What's remarkable to me is you can really tell when somebody is just trying to goad you on to something that don't make no motherfucking sense.
Yeah.
Like and try to be really good at it and really aren't good at it. Like you hit me up talking about Sleepy hacked his page. First of all, Sleepy ain't no fucking hacker, right?
First of all, contact Sleepy, motherfucker.
Well, and that's what I said. I was like, I'm not really sure why you're even hitting me up about this shit.
Right.
And his response to that was something along the lines of, well, that's because it's your friend. That's why I'm coming at you, duh, dumbass. Like, how am I the dumbass right here? You're confronting me about something another grown-ass man did. First of all, I live in Michigan. He lives in Florida. You live in Alabama. So let's figure out why you're really talking shit right now. Secondly,
Jesus.
Why the fuck would I have somebody hack your page? Like, I really care about what you're doing that much? Like, you talk shit about me and then block me so I couldn't respond to it on Facebook. You're a bitch. I want nothing to do with a bitch.
The fuck? I couldn't imagine that conversation. I got beef with this dude, Sleepy. What I'm gonna need you to do is
I need you to go hack his page and tell me what he's doing right now, because
what the fuck kind of benefit you will get from that, man?
And the funny thing is so I screenshot this shit and I sent it to Sleep, and so Sleepy hit him up, and then he's talked all this shit to Sleepy and then blocked Sleepy.
Jesus Christ, man!
Like, I don't know what is the fascination. See, I got into this with a woman I used to talk to a few weeks ago, and she was like, well, stop talking to me then, or you know, push me out of your life. Just forget about me. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool. I won't talk to you. Well, just block me. Just get it over with. I don't block people.
Right.
Well, just block me. Just get it over with. I'm like, if you really feel the need to block me, then you go right ahead and do that. But I don't block people because I'm not a 13-year-old girl.
Right.
Like, I see no need to block somebody from social media. Like, even if you are sitting there trolling me, I'm just going to ignore you, and you're going to quit and go find somebody else to troll because you're not getting the attention you're seeking from me.
Yeah.
So what do I have the need to fucking block your ass for? Like,
Yeah.
it's just such a and I don't mean this in a bad way for any female listeners that we have, but it's such a woman thing to do.
Yeah.
It's a woman response. You get emotional and you're like, okay, I don't want to talk to this motherfucker anymore. Done. The most people I've ever had block me in my past is ex-girlfriends. So to me, that's the woman thing to do. I'm not about blocking motherfuckers. So right. What is with this talking shit and then block somebody so they can't say anything back to you? Because Oh, I got my point out there. All you really did was take up 3 minutes that it took me to read that fucking message and roll my eyes at you and get back to what I'm doing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like the motherfucker that will unfriend you and block you and swear to God and tell everybody else you blocked them.
Yeah.
And you can't prove it. You can't prove it, so it's a lose-lose. It's like, man, you fucking bitch. Like,
well,
all right.
That's what we were getting, or that's what I was getting at with Sleepy earlier, because he kept hitting me up. He's like, "Well, tell him to send you the screenshots of my email trying to hack him. Tell him to send you the screenshots." I'm like, Sleepy, they don't exist. There is no screenshots. Like he's just trying to get under your skin and get the attention, and now he's getting it.
Right. This dude raps?
Yes.
Is he good?
He has been rapping about the same shit for over 10 years.
Goddamn.
His abilities are decent. It's the content that's garbage. He's always rapping about the guns that he has. In fact, he goes by a gun name. I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not getting free publicity, but he goes by a gun name. And he raps about guns that are about the same size that he is. So, you know, what do you do? Kid's probably 95 pounds soaking wet.
Damn.
Like, bro, I don't know who you've been talking to, but I'm 240 pounds.
Right.
You gonna have to bring a whole nother you to this fight.
Yeah. These motherfuckers, man.
It's unbelievable. He's the same dude that told me, "Oh, you're gonna need more than the gym fucking with me, bro." You don't even know. I've been going to the gym for the last 10 months. I'm not sitting around here talking about how badass I am, or whether you looked at my pictures and saw that I've been going to the gym, and you brought up the gym, which tells me you shook already.
Hell yeah.
I don't sit around flexing in my pictures and trying to show like I'm some big fucking dude.
Right.
You know, I have my profile picture where I got my arms crossed and all. You know, there you got the women on there talking about, damn, you know, you've been going to the gym, you look good. Da 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 da. Well, thank you.
Right.
That's not why I put up that picture, but I'll certainly take the compliment.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's just amazing. It's amazing the lengths that motherfuckers go to just to get your goat. And my thing is, just rap, motherfucker. You a rapper? Just rap. Write a song about me.
I wish motherfucker. I don't know what happened to that, man.
Isn't it crazy? It's not even been 10 years since that's been a thing.
I know. It's really sad. I think it's part of the reason why I can't get motivated as much as I used to. It's like the sport of it is so dead. It's just, and then when you are involved in some shit, and it could lead to something. Then everybody, like the peanut gallery, starts doing like, well, this ain't going to get you nowhere. This is dead. Blah, 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 blah. And
you can't sell a diss track.
Yeah, you're just going to use his name to do this, and you're just trying to do this so they'll mention your name. And you're just like, man, I got a problem with this dude, and he raps and I rap, and I'm just trying to prove I'm better than him. That's what it's about.
Well, and it's super amusing because that's one of the things that was said in the message. I'm so far, you ain't even on my level in life or anywhere else.
Yeah, man.
I bet you I'm on your level in that booth. Please step behind that microphone because the minute that you say some shit about me behind that microphone, boy, am I tearing your ass apart. I know too much about you, little boy.
I'm so fucking tired of people. They try to take the shit somewhere where it don't need to be. Like, just bring bars, man. Everybody wants to fucking use all these other excuses and like, I don't even fucking know. Like fucking JD Bones bitch ass and Q-Days bitch ass. I'll say their fucking names. Like when we dropped that track, they want to fucking sit there and dissect it like they some fucking producers and mixers and engineers and oh, this is that and this is that. Motherfucker, bars.
The mix was terrible.
Let's go about bars, bitch. Like you ain't say shit. Like I just hate all that bullshit.
The mix was horrible. What a waste of beats.
Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Is that all you got?
Yeah. You can't rap. We out-rap you. Move the fuck on. Or do something about it. It's like, man, I hate these motherfucking people. I don't know.
No, don't take a deep breath and shrug that shit off. Talk about it. We here now.
These motherfuckers, man. I swear to God, man. It's so much shit, man. This whole it's like, man, oh. I don't know, man.
It's crazy to be an industry that used to be so competitive, and now it's nothing.
It's nothing, man. Like, what's wrong with competing? Like, you're in the underground, you don't got no money. Guess what? I'm in the underground, I ain't got no rap money. You know, so one of us got to climb these stairs. It's gonna be, it's like I don't understand, like why. Like if you're like, there's been guys that I've come across, and there's been guys that I've killed lyrically, and like they never responded because they said they're doing shows. They got things going on. They're making an album. They're not going to waste their time. But like, and it's. And then there's been guys that I've also killed, and then they want to talk about the production of my shit, or it's mixed terrible, it's mastered terrible. Oh, it's this. It's like everything but the bars, because you can't say nothing about the bars, because when it comes
it's
to
a fucking diss track. Yeah. It doesn't need to sound beautiful.
Yeah, when it comes to fucking bars, you ain't you just ain't fucking with me. So that's how I feel, and it just kills the sport of it, man. It really does. Like, I really do wish a motherfucker would come out and be like, you know what? I'm gonna find everything I know about Chrool. I'm gonna listen to his music. I'm gonna Google him. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. And I'm gonna
listen to his podcast. Yeah. I'm gonna get a feel. Yeah.
I really wish a motherfucker would just come at me and just be like, yeah, I wish I could be like, damn, he got me on that. Okay. Then I would love that shit. I ain't gonna cry like a little bitch. I'll be the first one to say, all right, yeah, he got me, but stay tuned. You know,
right.
And it's just the sport of it's dead. I miss that so much, man.
Here's a little something for you. We don't believe you. You need more people. Sorry, motherfuckers, but you never be my equal. I flip these syllables over to double entendres, just like I flip your bitch around to put my dick behind her.
Hell yeah.
You know,
yeah,
it's crazy when you write bars like that. A lot of people, if you didn't catch that, just like I flip your bitch around and put a dick behind her. I'm talking about fucking your bitch, and I'm talking about the fact that I am a dick. It's a double entendre. Please keep up.
Right.
Just the fact that I gotta sit there and dissect the bar like that. It's crazy.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Oh man. Because I hear people all the time like, hold on, let me play that back. What do you say? What do you mean by that? Like, what? Like, or they just sit there with a look. I'm like, okay, let me repeat it. You know, blah 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 blah. This is what I meant.
Let me say this again so you can understand it.
I hate that, man. Like, motherfucker, man. I don't know.
Like, I'm calling all your bluffs. Like, I'm screaming from a cliff now. Up over your heads, bitch. You better sit down. Bluff, cliffs, calling your bluff. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
When you talk about bars, it's bars, man. That's the thing that I don't. That's the thing that's missing. Like, that's what I really liked about Wayne's Carter 5 album. He had bars on there with punchlines and metaphors and shit like that. See, that's what I've always loved about Wayne. And they might not be the best punchlines, they might not be the best metaphors, but at least he's still doing that.
Right.
And I feel like when I sit down and write a song like Backup, and that's 2 excerpts from Backup, you know that, they don't. So for their benefit, that's 2 excerpts from Backup. When I sit down and I write a song like that, it really don't take nothing for me to write those bars. Right. It's second nature. And when I'm writing it, I don't even feel like, oh man, that's just crazy. Oh, that's prolific. Oh, that's funny, because to me, it's just second nature. It's so easy. I spent so much fucking time writing bars like that. Like, call his flow Xanax because he be tripping on bars. Like,
right.
That's fucking brilliant. You know, I spent so much time writing bars like that in the first however many years that when it switched over to me just writing personal tracks and just kind of doing whatever I wanted to do, it was second thought, you know. So when I do these things, and I'm sure it's the same for you, you sit down and write this shit. Like, I'm still catching shit out of your Backup verse, obviously. You know, so it's like, while we sit here and we write bars like this, I feel like somebody's just going to be listening to it. Oh, he'll put a dick behind her. He's going to fuck his bitch. Yeah, but that's not the only thing I meant by that. Like,
right. I hate listening. I hate people don't hear music the way I hear it. It's frustrating, man.
Well, man. And you get guys that dissect the shit out of Eminem's lyrics,
God,
and put meaning behind it that wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember who it was talking about one of the bars on Kamikaze, and he was like, he wrote the bar and he was like, that's just fucking brilliant. That's the greatest bar ever written right there. And I'm like, but it's really not though. There's only one meaning.
Yeah.
He was only referring to one situation. Like this isn't a metaphor. It's not a punchline. It's not a double or triple entendre. It's just a fucking bar.
It's like those motherfuckers that you ever watch the reaction videos and they stop it like after every motherfucking bar?
Every 2 bars, yeah.
Oh no, he did it. Oh, like, dude.
he said he had a man bun, bro.
Oh my god. You know, because guys now like they put their hair in a ponytail. That's what he's talking about. Like, man, bun, get it? Yeah. It was fucking. Oh my god. It's so lit right now. This dude is killing them. Like, motherfucker.
How much did you smoke before you listened to that fucking song?
Yeah, man.
It is not that serious.
I just wish people like heard something and just like were on this. I don't want to say I'm above anybody when it comes to artistic shit or anything like that. But I just feel like when I'm in a room and somebody hears shit, whether I'm rapping, it could be me too. Like if I'm rapping, or if it's you, or if it's Joe Budden or anybody. Like when I'm in my truck and I'm blasting shit, I don't feel like anybody hears it the way I do. And I feel like I have to explain what that bar meant, what this bar meant, and I don't like that. Like it just frustrates the fuck out of me, man. I gotta stop the track and tell you what the fuck this dude's talking about.
I do that with my kid a lot, really. Because I guess it's me trying to train him to hear that shit. But at the same time, it's like I'm trying to discuss this with you, and if you're not on the same level of listening, then I know exactly what you're talking about. You just feel like you're such above the level of
right.
who you're talking to, and I hate to feel like superior.
Yeah.
But like you said, if I got to stop the track and explain the bar to you, like what was it the other day? I was reading, or I was going back and forth with somebody about the Cyhi Joe Budden thing because they were talking about how Cyhi would murder Joe, and I'm like, based on what?
Yeah.
And they quoted that bar. I cut the legs off a cow just so I could ground beef. And I went back to what was it, New Music 4, where he said I'll chop his head off on a rooftop, just race it downstairs just to see if I could catch his fade.
Yeah.
What are you talking about right now? Tell me which one's the better fucking bar out of that one, because it's the catch the fade bar.
Dude, I heard that. That's weird you say that, because I heard that the other day. I don't know what I was doing. I was taking a shit, or I was shaving. I was doing something. In the bathroom, and I put on the fucking I don't know what fucking mixtape it was.
That's 4.
Okay, yeah, 4. And I think it was it the track with Fabulous?
Yeah, Remember the Titans.
Oh my god, man! And that one bar came on. I was like, what the fuck he say? I said, did he really just say that? And I was like, damn, I forgot Joe went like that.
Yeah, cut his head off from the rooftop and race it downstairs just to see if I can catch his fade. Like groceries when I'm shooting at fags that keep the bread separated and put the fruits in the bag. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Cyhi's gonna beat Joe? No. Mixtape Joe? No.
That's what I'm talking about, man. All they know is podcast Joe. And that shit pisses me off so bad.
That it's just so nasty. And when Joe gives salute to fucking Royce for how sick he is, there's a reason. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that too, though.
That shit pisses me off too, man.
Well, yeah, given the situation, but if you're looking at Royce's bars, like there aren't too many people that are above Joe or Royce when it comes to bars.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Royce, what's he say? He goes, I pour sugar in your gas tank, put a banana in your tailpipe, so the car can fit the driver. Like, I think Fabulous. If we're talking about that track in particular, I think Fabulous and Lloyd Banks definitely do not give the credit that they have. Lloyd Banks especially does not get credit for the fucking bar writer that he is.
No.
Like a lot of people listen to that fucking first. What was the name of Hunger for More? A lot of people listened to Hunger for More and just did not catch the fucking brilliance behind Banks's bars.
Right. Well, Banks a beast.
I didn't really care for Bad Apple. That was a shitty CD, but Hunger for More 2 was good. And like, dude is, on every track I've ever heard him on with like Budden or Fab or any of them, he's right up top with him.
Right.
That dude has got fucking bars for weeks.
Oh yeah. That dude's like your classic mixtape rapper.
Oh yeah, Banks he's definitely he murdered the mixtape scene.
Right.
Well, it's like Cassidy, because Cassidy's the same way. He's battle rapper, mixtape rapper.
Right.
You know, and there's a lot of bars that Cass doesn't get fucking credit for either. Like that first album that he came out with was, but boy, were the bars on there on point.
Oh yeah.
I laugh at the prospect of anybody beating Joe, because boy, is his mixtape shit like, just listen to Mood Music 4, please.
Yeah.
Or 3 or 2 or any fucking, I don't care. Just listen to something that's not pump it up for a change.
I know. That's why I don't understand. I really don't, man. Like the competitor in me, if I was Joe, I mean, at the end of the day, man, the podcast, whether they fucking with Spotify or not, that shit was gonna blow.
Well, yeah, most definitely.
He don't need Diddy. He don't need anybody, man. Like, it's just like, and you got the whole Slaughterhouse shit. Like, he's the mastermind behind that. Like, it's just like, it really irritates me, man. And I don't know. I really don't know how he sleeps tonight, continuing to be the nice guy and media Joe, because I would have fucking snapped by now. But I also don't have a Diddy bag and a Spotify bag, you know, so I don't know what that's like. But I get restraining yourself because you got these things going on in your life. But goddamn, the competitor in me would have ate me alive by now.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy that he sat around and listened to all these guys talk about him the way that he has.
And now Cyhi just would have done it for me, because he's in the team backpack scene. He's out there, you know, everybody in Slaughterhouse besides Joel Ortiz. Even him, though, to a certain, he's had a couple tweets that have been questionable. But everybody, Eminem, everybody in Slaughterhouse, Cyhi, these, I don't know who the fuck ever else, but I mean, there's been so many people, and Joe even said it. On the podcast I saw today, he was like, you know what? He said, I'm sick of the Joe Budden rollout.
Yeah.
And I never thought about that. I was like, damn, that's some real shit. Because Eminem mentioned you because he had an album coming out. Oh, Cyhi the Prince. Guess what? He got an album coming out.
Yeah, it's well, now that he's Media Joe.
Yeah. Like, oh, how convenient. Okay, now you want to dance. Okay.
Well, it's like somebody coming at Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Now Charlemagne talks about it on the show, or he talks about it on his podcast, or he talks about it somewhere, and then all of a sudden this guy's popping now because he's got beef with Charlemagne. And oh, look, here comes an album.
People just got a short memory, man. Nobody listens to this shit anymore. It just fucking irritates me, man.
Well, I think the problem is that you have a lot of casual fans opening their mouths in hip hop now. And it's fine. I don't have a problem with a casual fan expressing their opinion, but you have to be at least knowledgeable when you talk about this type of stuff. So if you're getting into Joe Budden, just as an example, if you're getting into him, you really need to get in his discography. And somebody the other day, that was the point that I made, and he his response to my chase his head down the stairs, see if I can catch his fade, was Cyhi still winning that battle. And I said, go back and listen to Joe's discography and then tell me that.
Yeah. Joe,
and his response was, I know his discography well. Cyhi's still winning. And I said, then you don't know his discography.
What's Cyhi got? One album? Joe has 19 projects.
Yeah. Between mixtapes and albums, 19.
It makes no fucking sense. Like, even Joe said it. Like, don't talk to me. Like, he even said it. Like, wait till that latest podcast was. I thoroughly enjoyed that last one. Like, he even said it. Like, you don't even belong talking to me. Like, I've told you face to face, like, you ain't fucking with me like that. Like, I've got, like, you don't even deserve to speak.
You know what
I
did? I did watch that. I did watch that one. Now that because I remember him saying that.
Yeah, it's like, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, he was saying how he's like, I told you to your face, you ain't fucking with me like that.
Nobody cares about bars. It's just I don't know, man.
Well, what's crazy to me, and this is the thing, Chrool. Like, what's really crazy to me is we say nobody cares about bars, but when you're talking about battle, that's what a battle is.
Yeah.
So what are these kids talking about? I guess that's the thing that really gets me. That's the thing that really got me about the Eminem MGK beef was the fact that MGK fucking slaughtered him.
Yeah.
And the only thing anybody could say was, oh, well, all he said was that he was old and and had a weird beard. No, that's not all he said.
And he has a younger audience too, and I can't believe that everybody just let the stands rat on that. That really pisses me off. That it ended like Kill Shot was a kill shot. That's basically how it ended.
And it wasn't. No.
That pisses me the fuck off, man. I'm in this shit. I'm in this rap shit. I've been doing this shit. I put my family aside for this shit. I've got a lot of nights where I could have been romancing my wife, and instead I was in there with a fucking pen and pad. You know, I started a lot of arguments with this shit. You know, I've fucked my life up because of this shit. You know, like I put a lot on the line because of this rap shit, and I understand. Like it is when it comes. It sounds cliche. I know people say it all the time. Well, guys like us say it all the time. And the word, I admit, the word is getting old, but it's about bars. You know, it really is, man. It's about fucking bars, man. You're an artist. You got something to say. Like you give somebody like an artist that paints pictures, man. You give them a blank canvas, a brush, and a couple dabs of paint, and they're gonna paint you something beautiful. Like you give me a pen and a pad, and just leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna create. And as a creator, man, it just really irritates me where we're at right now, man.
Well, somewhere along the lines, it stopped being about bars and it started being about delivery and harmonies and melodies and flows and that type of shit.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, it stopped being important what was being said and became how it was being said.
Yeah. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're saying. It's how you're saying it.
And it's terrible because I don't know, man. I'm kind of on a weird fence here, I guess, because you get these new guys, they talk about, well, yeah, we're doing the drugs, but you guys were the dealers. Yeah, we were. And we were doing it to survive.
Right.
You're doing these drugs to kill yourself.
Yeah.
The whole dynamic has changed. Like, you're not hearing from the dealers anymore. You're hearing from the junkies now.
Yeah.
And who the fuck wanted to sit around and listen to the crackhead from the hood rap? Every one of them thought they could.
Yeah.
But they didn't have bars. What are they going to rap about? Sucking dick for crack? I hate to sound insensitive here, but I can't abide by the idea that being the junkie is the cool thing now.
Right.
I can't ride with that.
No.
I've watched too many people I know kill themselves on heroin. I've watched too many people I know become a totally different person on heroin.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then never in my life will I ever say taking pills is cool, taking drugs is cool, doing heroin's cool, doing crack's cool, doing any of that shit's cool. Not once. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't talk about it in my records. I don't talk about selling it because I didn't ever sell that shit.
Right.
But more importantly, even if I did, there's no fucking way I'd be advertising it like that.
No.
Y'all a bunch of fucking zombies, man. Losing your goddamn minds and think it's the coolest thing in the world to pop 15 Xans in one day. Yeah, let's see how far that gets you. I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna get you 6 feet under.
Yeah.
Real fucking fast.
Yep.
We went from Drake at 0 to 100 real quick to I pop 0 to 100 Xans a day.
Yeah. Makes no. I wouldn't know.
The evolution of rap it's not been an evolution. It's been a devolution.
Yeah, and I feel like the guys that ain't made it yet, like us, I feel like we're the ones fighting for it, and the guys that will go down as legends are just sitting back, shutting the fuck up. And it really, Man, it goes so deep with me. It just irritates the fuck out of me. Like, you know, the great Tupac is gone. You know, Big L is gone. Big Pun is gone. Biggie is gone. Like, there's a lot of guys I look at as the true lyricists of this shit that are gone. But
Yeah.
there's guys, they don't care. RS1. He's alive. Big Daddy Kane. He's alive. Slick Rick. You know, LL Cool J before the lip licking shit.
Lip syncing
The
battles.
fucking LL Cool J.
Lip
Oh,
sync
fucking,
battles.
like, radio. Like, LL Cool J, that radio shit, man. That shit was crazy. Like, there's so many fucking dudes out here that are still kicking. Like, Rakim is probably between Rakim and Big Daddy Kane are my top lyricists. And they're here. And they're watching this shit. You know, it's gone from throwing a slab of cardboard down in New York City at the corner somewhere, breakdancing, you know, beatboxing, battling, whatever. It's gone from that to dyed hair and
tattooing your face and rapping about
tattooing your face and rapping about popping a pill and a good beat and absolutely saying absolute. It's nothing, like nothing. Like my kid, my daughter, man. My youngest, she's 13, and she listens to all that shit. That's how I knew about XXX Tentacion. That's how I knew about him and all this shit. She listens to all that shit, man. Little skies and little this and little that. And I'm like, wow. All right. I even fucked with her one day. I was like, it's probably a little Windex, ain't it? And she said, yeah, Dad, it's a little Windex. I'm like,
there's
are you
a little
fucking
Windex.
kidding me? Okay. You know, like, but I got so proud the other day. You gonna like this shit. And I'm gonna record it next time I fucking hear it. But she was in the room listening to Biggie. And she loves Suicidal Thoughts. When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies. Dressed in white, I like black Timbs and black hoodies. Remember that shit? Oh my God.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And she was listening to that. And I was like, this was a proud papa moment, man. I was like, whoa. You know, and this.
I went back the other day and I played Ambitions as a Rider for Zach. Because we were listening to my Amazon Music, and I don't know if you've ever heard Meek's Ambitions.
I don't think I heard that.
But it's a play off of Pac's Ambitions, and it's a hard ass beat. It's a lot like if you took Ambitions as a Rider and slowed it down. And he comes in and it's my ambitions as a rider. It's my ambitions and he just keeps repeating it like 4 times for the hook. But then the verses are hard as fuck. And we're sitting there listening to it, and he was like, I like this song. I said, well, it's a play off of a Tupac song. And he goes, do you have the Tupac song? I said, I sure as hell can find it for you real quick if I don't. So I just pulled it up on Amazon Music and I started playing it. My attitude was fucking motherfuckers love. Like, dude, he was his eyes lit up sitting there listening to Pac. And I was like, boy, that's the look that was on my face when I first heard Ambitions as a Rider. Like, Pac was just so fucking powerful with his words and his delivery, and just everything was just, you just believed everything that he said. And so it's really sad. It's really crazy to see that we've gotten to where we're at. And I know that if Pac was alive, if Big was alive, if Big Pun were alive, I know there's no fucking way that any of them dudes would stand for any of the shit that's going on.
It would not be happening.
Because if Pac would have been around long enough to be as influential as somebody like Jay-Z, the game would have never changed.
No.
It would still be about bars. Especially with like Biggie. I love Pac, but let's be real, out of the two, Big was the better lyricist. And Big just the way, like 10 Crack Commandment. Dude, I was 12 years old listening to 10 Crack Commandment. I didn't know I have a fucking clue what this shit was all about. But that was my fucking jam. That's my favorite Big track to today. like just insanity. You know what I mean? The fucking what's the album with Juicy on it, and then you got Life
Oh
After Death
yeah,
was
Juicy,
a
Ready to
fucking
Die.
classic. Yeah, there you go. Ready to Die was a fucking classic. Life After Death
I
was a
still
fucking
remember,
classic. Like Big had
if you
classic
can remember
albums.
what you were doing and where you were at and what kind of scene you were in when you were bumping that tells you what kind of artist that was.
I was standing in my back. The first time I ever listened to that album or really got into listening to that album, I was standing in my backyard playing basketball. And I had a boombox on the fucking deck. And I was sitting
Yeah,
there listening to that shit in the
yeah.
little
I
boombox.
mean, these kids nowadays ain't gonna remember the first time they heard Lil Yachty or Lil Skies or Lil Windex or this and that. Like they ain't gonna remember shit. Like there's no meaning. There's no I tell my kids all the time. I tell them all the time, man. I know I sound like an asshole, but I'm like, your generation sucks, fucking ass, and y'all just don't.
I'll tell Zach that. I tell Zach that too, and
You have
he's
no
like, I
idea
agree.
what it was like to grow up in the '80s and the '90s, man. And like, I really became a young man in the '90s, you know. But like, man, it was so awesome, man. It's like they meant so like they were like heroes to me because I grew up in bars, man.
Yeah.
Like my mom, my mom and my stepdad every night, man. I would do my homework on a bar stool, and I would go home with my mom throwing up in the truck and my stepdad driving home drunk, and just to get home and have my stepdad threaten to fucking kill me or wait till you're 18 years old, boy, I'm gonna fuck you up. This is what I've seen on a daily basis, man. And I would go in my room and blast Cypress Hill. I would go in my room and blast NWA, Big L, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, and all I would hear was turn that fucking monkey music off. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck you, man. This is who I am. Like, I would proudly, I would turn it up even louder. I would take my boombox in the fucking bathroom with me when I took a shower.
I remember the first time that I ever heard Big Pun.
Man.
Because Big Pun is on my top 5 of all time.
He was cut way short, man.
Pun was just so fucking insanely good, and like the first song I ever heard by him besides was "It's So Hard" was 100%.
Yep.
And I borrowed that CD from my mom's boyfriend at the time, and I was listening to it on the way to school the next day. And I remember being on the bus with these fucking headphones on and listening to "Off with His Head." Hey, yo, it's off with his head. Slap the shit out of the devil and tear the horns off his head. Hey, yo, it's almost over. A few months, we all gonna know Jehovah. Then I'm gonna keep the steel in the shoulder holster.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, man. Like, Pun was just so, like, the way he came out was just so fucking aggressive and just
packing the mac in the back of the act. Oh, my God. Yeah. That shit done something to me, man. I was like, what? It's like, oh, my God. He was cut so short, man. That dude was a beast.
Pun was so good. And
his son, it comes out in his son, man. Yeah, Chris Rivers. I don't know if you checked him out or not, but he's been on a few team backpack things, man. Chris Rivers, that dude is, he nasty.
I'm gonna have to listen because who was it? Fat Joe that said he goes, "Motherfucker saying I must have found Pun's rhyme book." Like, that was a hard line, but Fat Joe ain't no fucking Pun, man. And that was what was unfortunate, was like everybody looked to him to be the next Fat Joe, and he wouldn't come nowhere near.
Hell no.
Just you can't. I haven't heard anybody, and I'm gonna have to check out Chris Rivers because I'm not aware of him. But boy, was Pun just such a fucking beast on the microphone. Check
your son out, man. You'll hear you listen to his son, you hear a lot of him in it. It's crazy.
I'm hoping so, because I know that out of all them lyricists from the 90s, man, and because his discography is so short, I'm always hesitant to put him up at the top. But man, I swear to God, Pun is like number 1 and number 2 for me.
Tragic when he left. What's the heart attack or? It was dumb too.
And it was a shame because he just did that. That song "It's So Hard" where he's talking about, I just lost 100 pounds. I'm trying to live, and then he dies of a fucking heart attack.
Shit.
He was a big fella though. I just remember seeing him and Fat Joe jump on that motorcycle in a Not a Player video or It's So Hard video and feeling really bad for that motorcycle. Because, boy, that was like 900 pounds of dude sitting on that motorcycle. Man. You got Pun and Fat Joe on the same motorcycle.
I ain't a player. I just fucking lie. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
The mid to late 90s, I think, was the best ever for fucking hip-hop, man. Because you had Pac, you had Big Pun, Jay-Z was coming out, fucking Mobb Deep. I mean, there was so much going on, man. We were talking about Mystikal earlier. Even his motherfucking ass. Like, the mid-90s, the late 90s, the best. I mean, hands down. You can even sit back at night and go to Yo MTV Raps. MTV sucks ass now, but, like, it was so many outlets, man. Like, it was really, like, the culture, man. Like, Tigger in the Basement. Like, on BET, like, it was just, like, it was, man. The 90s was shit, man.
You remember? Oh, yeah. You remember Leatherface?
Yeah.
Big Pun on Leatherface. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah, man.
And a lot of motherfuckers don't realize or remember that Remy came out back when Pun was out.
She a beast, man.
Yeah. Oh my God. You could, if you want to talk about somebody you can hear Pun's rhymes in, Remy is a fucking. I would put her up against any male in the industry.
Yeah. Cardi B and fucking Nicki and that shit on her.
Hell no. You want to talk about just the fucking nastiest. Yep. Her and Queen Latifah, man. A lot of people don't remember Queen Latifah before she was an actor. She was a rapper for all of our fucking younger listeners. But boy, was she nasty
for
too.
A lot of life. Because don't nobody know them except for these soft movies they get. But
yeah, I mean their careers and even there's a lot of. You remember fucking Unity?
Oh yeah.
UNITY.
Yeah. Yeah, damn, man. I would never forget, man, my fucking 12th birthday party, man. I had no lights in my fucking house. And it was Cypress Hill, man. I just said Cypress Hill earlier, man, but they coming on that, man. Hits from the bone. Like, remember that shit? I wasn't even smoking at the time. And that shit stuck with me, man. Or Insane in the Membrane. Like, it was just so many monumental moments, man.
Bro, you remember, I'm on my old guy shit now. You remember Let's Play House by the Dog Pound?
Uh-huh.
Let's Play Engine number. That shit
was
just
God.
Like, wow.
That shit. Ghetto Boys, man. Who's that peeping in my window?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody now. Like, you don't have shit. Like, nowadays, it's just like, I wanna die. I wanna take 3 pills and swallow them with some drink, and I wanna die again, and I wanna
get a dick tattooed on my forehead.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here, man. I wanna get
I did that ironically. I got this dick tattooed on my forehead ironically.
Yeah, and I got a scripture and a rose bush on my cheek. Fuck out of
he
here,
said a scripture and a rose bush on my cheek.
Fucking gangster right there, man.
Boy, we've been at this for 133 minutes right now.
Jesus Christ, we gotta shut the fuck up.
Well, they had an hour and 15 minutes last time. You're getting 2 hours and 15 minutes this time, people.
That's right.
Well, that's that Friday night vibe for everybody listening. We released this on Monday, but we started this week, decided to go to Friday nights for recording. So that nice little laid back. Unfortunately, that does mean that any album reviews are going to have to be done the next week.
Yes, that is true.
Since the new thing is to release albums on Fridays. Have they always done that?
For a while now, I think so. It used to be Tuesdays, man.
What did it used to be Tuesdays? Because I swear to God, when I was younger and buying CDs before the whole digital thing came out, I was gonna say I could have swore it was like somewhere in the middle of the week.
Yeah, it was always Tuesdays, man. But then, now I think it's Friday. A lot of them do it Thursday night at midnight. So, which is still
they getting every last minute right there.
Yeah. So,
is it how they calculate the streams and sales or something?
Yeah, it's all this digital shit now, man. It's fucking ruining shit.
So what you're saying is I should release Sav Life on a Friday.
That's it. Hell yeah.
Speaking of, we've only done the intro for the Wasted Potential 2.
Shit. I know, man. That shit gonna be crazy. I already know, man. I already know whenever we set aside time to fucking actually do it, it's gonna go fast.
Well, I guess the problem is, and I, just to put this out here, since everybody that's listening might know us as rappers before they started listening to this crap. I said crap, but just called our podcast crap. My bad. But yeah, since we're doing this now, and I work during the week and everything, it's hard to get in the studio. So these projects are coming. I'm 7 songs into Sav Life. I've only got 4 or 5 left if we're going by the new way to release albums. It's like 10 to 12 songs now, right?
Yeah.
So I figure if I'm going with that, I'll probably do an 11, 12 song album. So I only got a handful left, and once that one's...
You got 7 done?
Yes.
Well, you could go by the Kanye West theory. You're done.
Right? I don't feel... Here's the weird thing. So I was listening to the album earlier, and I don't feel 100% confident in one of the songs that's on there. And I don't know if it's because of the way that I sung the hook or whatever, and I used auto-tune on the hook, and I don't really use auto-tune, so it's kind of like grating on my ears a little bit.
Right.
But either way, I'm calling it 7 because I like the song without the hook, and who knows, it could be one of them big things that I hate it and everybody else loves it.
Yeah.
It is done a lot in the new style. So anyway, 4 or 5 more songs left on that one, and then we'll be diving into the Wasted Potential 2 and getting that done.
Oh yeah.
Which that's a mixtape, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, kind of in the middle, but yeah. It's an album. It's an album with a mixtape vibe.
Yeah, I don't remember what beat we used for the only difference I'm putting between the two is monetization or not.
Right.
Because Sav Life is definitely an album, given that it's going to be up on the streaming platforms and iTunes and all that. I don't remember what beat we used for the intro of the Wasted Potential 2. I think that was just one that I found.
Right.
So I might have to just buy that if we're going to put it out as an album. I don't know. We'll get back to you guys on that one.
I'm going to give away 2 bars, man. On the fucking intro, man. That shit just sums it up pretty much to me. I was like, last time we all rapped y'all on our seesaw of anomaly. Now we backing on boardwalk of infinite hotels in this monopoly.
Yes, that line was fucking sickening.
That's it right there. Because we had a track called Seesaw and Anomaly. That's one of those ones you got to break down for people. It's just like, all right, motherfucker. What are you saying here? All right, let me tell you.
The way that I sum it up is Halloween is coming out and took the fucking mask off. It's Freddy Krueger in the flesh to run you through a bandsaw.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah, this shit's about to be fucking disgusting.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm definitely ready to get into that, especially with Halloween coming up. Boy, them bars start to get real nasty around the 31st.
Oh fuck yeah, that's my favorite time of year, man.
Mine too.
We're getting ready. But yeah, man.
I don't even know what I'm gonna be for Halloween. I've been trying to figure that out.
I'm fucking Michael Myers damn near every year.
And I've never been Freddy, and Freddy's like my favorite character.
Oh yeah, I remember those Freddy movies, man. That was my childhood right there.
The old Freddy. Let's just for a minute before we get off of here. The old Freddy, because the new Freddy, who's also a child rapist, nah, man.
Right.
That shit pissed me off so fucking much when I found out that he's definitely a pedophile in this one. Why?
the R. Kelly of horror villains.
Was he not scary enough when he was murdering kids in their sleep? Now he's got to rape them too.
I never understood that storyline. Yeah, that little twist right there. I never got that. But why couldn't he just be a crazy motherfucker? Why couldn't he be just like a serial killer? But I guess I get it. I guess I get it because everybody in the movie, they were teenagers, and they would, he'd get them in their sleep. I guess that.
Okay, so it was heavily implied. We'll just put it like this: it was heavily implied by the old movies that he was a pedophile.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was implied, but it was never specifically expressed.
Yeah, they would go there without going there.
It was the idea that, okay, he's a little weird hanging out with these little kids, right? Mm-hmm. But then one winds up dead, and they blame it on him, and it wasn't really his fault, and they burn him in the fucking house alive.
Right.
And now he's coming after the children in the dreams. Now, I've met some weird people in my life that like kids, not like pedophiles, but just like kids in general. Right. And it's a little strange, but not everybody that likes children is a pedophile.
Right. Yeah.
And when I say likes children, I mean just likes hanging out with kids and doing things with kids. Let's not get fucking dark and disgusting here because pedophilia is horrible. But right. Not everybody likes kids as a fucking pedophile. I guess that just ruined it for me for the movie was turning him into a fucking certified pedophile.
Yeah, man, the concept of it though was badass, man. This dude that just kills you in your sleep.
Well, and that's what I liked about Freddy. That was the thing that, to defend my enjoyment of the Freddy movies, had nothing to do with the age of the victims. What it was for me was that idea of killing you in your dreams, of coming in there and playing with your head and playing cat and mouse and making jokes and being the wisecracking serial killer.
Yeah.
Because up to that point, you didn't really have that. Michael Myers was silent.
Yeah.
Jason was silent.
Yeah.
Did Jason or Freddy come first? I don't remember. Jason was first, right?
Yeah. Mid-80s.
Yeah. So they're probably right around the same time. But
even early 80s. Yeah, Jason's old, man.
Yeah, because I think the first Freddy came out in 83.
Yeah, so I think it was like real early 80s for Camp Crystal Lake.
Like 81.
Yeah.
79 even.
Yeah,
maybe?
Yeah. I think so. I got all them too, man. I got like a box.
All the originals?
Yeah, I got a box set of Freddy and Jason, man, and Michael. Michael Myers, Halloween is my favorite.
I haven't found the Jason and Michael box sets. I do have the Freddy box set though.
Yeah, man. That shit was crazy. I remember the fucking scene. I don't know if it was 1 or 2. Freddy with Johnny Depp when they took him through the waterbed.
That's the first one.
The waterbed scene. The blood all over the fucking. Oh man, that was classic, man.
Start shooting up out of the fucking.
I was 6 years old, and I remember that shit to this day, man. I was watching that shit. I remember that shit to this day, man. That shit was fucking crazy.
Last year we did it was me, the girl I was dating at the time, and Zach. We did a marathon of watching all the Freddy movies.
Oh shit.
And we got up to like the third one for the first day, and then we went back to it and finished them up later on. I don't know if we ever got through it all entirely, but man, it's so exciting to turn on the fucking Freddy movies. You got your snacks and shit there at the table. Order some fucking food out. Man. It's not cold enough to where you got to have the windows closed yet, so you can sit there with the windows open in a fucking hoodie watching the fucking Freddy movies and the horror movies. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite time.
Yeah, good times right there, man.
Absolutely. So, I don't think I have anything going on as far as changing the schedule of the podcast just yet. We'll just keep it coming out on Mondays.
Sounds good.
If anybody has any objection to that, you can feel free to suck some dick or let me know. One of the two. I mean, I might take it into consideration. It depends on your reasoning, but otherwise, just suck some dick.
That's right.
SoundCloud, not SoundClick. SoundCloud It will be out same time as YouTube. Hopefully, sooner or later, we'll have some video for y'all.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're still in trial and error period, but we're getting there.
It'll definitely take shape. Hoping to keep this long running as far as episodes. Try not to change too much on you guys as far as release and all that. Monday is just easiest because if we're recording it Friday night, that gives me the weekend to get it all together and get it uploaded. Yep. So hopefully that works for everybody. I saw we had a good 50 or so listeners on the first one.
Yeah, it's gonna build. It'll build.
That's not bad for a first one. I was honestly
no, it's actually not.
Yeah,
no.
I was expecting it to be less than that. So just I know we didn't cover a whole lot of hip hop this week, and there wasn't a whole lot of hip hop to cover.
There's not a lot going on right now, but
hopefully you bear through the Trump talk and all that in the beginning there.
That's the thing, man. We all over the map, man. But whatever's popping and whatever's on our mind, it's unscripted. So I hope y'all can appreciate that shit.
I think that's important. So it's important to stress too. We don't go by an itinerary. It's like we're not exchanging lists before the show to figure out what we're talking about.
No, at all.
So man.
And the more time goes by, it's like I said, it's trial and error, man. It's gonna be episodes that you're gonna be like, holy fuck, I can't believe they said that. Or it's gonna be episodes where you're like, damn, I didn't think about that. Damn. Like, we're all over the map, man. We're just two real motherfuckers that we've been rapping for a long time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. The catalog, I can't even think of a comparison right now. But the catalog between the two of us is just it's
a catalog of catalogs.
It's ridiculous.
Reaffirm this Chris and Chrool dialogue.
Fuck yeah. God damn. It's so sweet I couldn't buy a frog. Sweet frog.
You said catalog twice, and I'm over here. I got a catalog of catalogs.
Oh shit! I just said it because we got sweet frogs everywhere over here at the beach.
What the fuck is a sweet frog?
You ever been to a sweet frog?
No.
Man, it's an ice cream shop.
Oh, man, they definitely don't know. I'm in Michigan, bro.
Well, man. But it's bad though. I mean, it's good, but the price is ridiculous, man. You feel like these little bowls of ice cream, they go by your weight, and then you gotta weigh your ice cream when you're done.
Is it expensive?
Yeah, it's like 10 something a pound, or 10 something a half a pound.
We got like a little. They don't measure by weight out here, but we got this little ice cream shop downtown that has just some bomb ass ice cream and just like a bunch of sweet stuff. I can't remember what the fucking name of it is, but it's like that. You go in there and there's like a shit ton of ice cream flavors, and they got like chocolate covered marshmallows and s'mores and cookies and all kinds. It's like you can't walk in there without at least $25-$30 to walk out of there with a bunch of shit.
God damn.
It's all really good though. It's Sweet Temptations, I think, is the name of it.
Oh shit! All right.
It popped up probably about 5 years ago or so. And I was walking downtown one day and I was like, "What the fuck is this place?" Walk in there, it's an ice cream parlor and they got cookies and marshmallows, s'mores, like just all kinds of crazy shit. So I was like, let me get one of them cookies. I'll take that brownie over there, and let me get ice cream cone too.
Yeah.
Walk out of there feeling like a fat ass. Like, oh no, I need to go to the gym twice as hard tomorrow.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah, that's
you see motherfuckers. We just went to ice cream.
Yeah.
Like we all over the fucking map.
2.5 hours in.
God damn.
Which means that one of these is going to be shorter. We're right now, just to let y'all know, we got 8 hours to work with for a month. So you'll get somewhere between an hour and well, probably 2 hours. I don't really see us running 2.5 hours very often. But
right.
Either way, between an hour and two, might bump up the plan if we need to. But right now, I think this is sufficient, and we might even change the format. So if this doesn't work out, we might change it to where things sound a little bit better, a little bit clearer, going through our own programs instead of this.
And just pray for a faster week tomorrow with hip hop, man. Well, tomorrow, well, next week.
Oh my god!
Just pray
Yes,
for a
yes.
busier week, man.
Please.
It's been really, really, really fucking dead last few weeks, so that's hurting us too. But we will keep it moving.
Absolutely. So, with having said that, we will catch y'all next Monday. I don't even know the dates right now. Anyway, Monday the 9th, I think it is this coming Monday, right?
Oh my god. 8th, I think.
Yeah, 8th.
Oh.
You're right, the 8th.
8th.
So this is the episode for the 8th. So we will catch y'all again on Monday the 15th.
Yes, sir.
We out this bitch.